Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tales of Agius. This is a brand new campaign. This is session 1 of a brand new campaign set in my homebrew world of Agius. If you're wondering, where's New Rollis? I thought New Rollis was coming back. New Rollis is currently taking a hiatus. Well, Nate does some real life stuff. He's got some school stuff that needs to get done, which is very important and always comes first. Real life stuff always comes first, so Nate is taking a bit of a break, probably till around January time. We will keep you guys updated on the social medias with all of that. But during that time, on a bi-weekly schedule, I will be taking over as the GM. This is my first time GMing on stream, so please bear with me. I hope everything sounds good, everything looks good. Please let us know in chat if there are any issues, if you can't hear me, if you can't hear them, if they're quiet, if I'm quiet, if I'm too loud. Please let us know. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited for a fun, exciting new adventure with these wonderful beings right here. If you would like to introduce yourself, starting with Jay.
First, hi, hello. I don't know why you wanted to go with me first.
Because you're first on the overlay.
I bring the most chaos, so therefore,
hi,
hello. I'm Jay, also known on my online moniker as Sequo, Sequo, and I'm going to be playing the wonderful Veldren Filafar tonight. And if you haven't noticed, we're all dressed as our characters a little bit.
Yeah, very fun. Wonderful, thank you very much. And then we'll pass it over to Abigail.
Hi, I'm Abigail, also known as Abigail the Nerd, and I will be playing Sybil Holloway. That's all.
Short and sweet. Love it. And next we will pass over our new person. Let's save the best for last, obviously. And we're going to go down to the wonderful Tom.
Oh, me? Oh, well, hello. I didn't realize I was unmuted. Okay. Hi. I've been clapping. I didn't know you could hear me. Hello. I'm Tom. That one Warlock. I know you can't see my face right now, but to give it time. And I will be playing...
We promise it's them. It's not someone else in disguise. It's not Matt Mercer in disguise, guys. Guys, it's not Matt Mercer in disguise, I promise.
Fucking Mercer!
Maybe it is. You'll never know. Until the mask comes off.
You'll never know. That's why the hair is tied up.
Mm-hmm.
But I will be playing Bishop. It's very happy to meet you all.
Amazing. Next, we will go over to the wonderful Jet, who is muted, I think.
I was muted. Hi, I'm Jet, also known as Cospingoos on all socials. My pronouns are they, them. I'm playing my character, Astra, who's a Circle of Stars druid, and her pronouns are she, they, it.
Wonderful. And last, but certainly not least, someone new to the channel, we have the wonderful Hans. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
I'm Hans. You can find me across all socials at Hanscape. I'll be playing Aridia tonight.
Exciting. All right. Well, without further ado, if everything sounds good, everything looks good, we'll dive in to this wonderful story. I'm gonna grab my notes that I was frantically writing before we went live, but yeah, everything looks good, sounds good. Hans is very quiet, apparently.
They're saying Tom, me, and Hans are very quiet.
I also took the mask off, so that might help.
I'm going to turn you guys up a little bit. There we go.
I adjusted a bit on.
How's that chat? Can you hear me better now?
So I have desktop audio turned down a little bit on OBS, so it might have been that. So I've adjusted that. So hopefully you guys should be good now. Yes, but we will adjust. Hello?
Test.
Testing.
Test.
1, 2, 3.
Test.
Do people sound louder now? Is this good?
Maybe this is better.
Is this better?
Is this better? Stream? Chat? We sound good?
It does sound better.
Does sound better?
You sound good.
Wonderful. Incredible. That was me. That was me having OBS turned down. Wouldn't be a Tales of Agius stream without technical difficulties.
They said the thing!
We said the thing! Roll credits! No, we're not. Anyway,
And so ends episode
and
1.
so
of
ends
Tales
episode
of-
1. We hope you guys enjoyed Tales of
Yeah.
Agius. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
I know I enjoyed it.
All right, you crazy kids. Let's get stuck in, shall we? And begin session 1 of Tales of Agius. Welcome to the world of Agius, a fantasy world like many others, consisting of 7 nations. Ashenvale, once a prosperous land overflowing with life, now a deadly wasteland overcome with a corrupting fog that corrupts the minds and souls of those it comes into contact with. Draconium, a mountainous nation ruled by the Draconics who came to Aegis thousands of years ago. Iceward, an icy wasteland as far north as civilization goes, home to the ancient Jotun. Phelan, a post-apocalyptic continent touched by the Feywild, its influence still leaking into the lands to this day. Hydronium, once an oversized mining platform developed into a large-scale metropolis over the last 100 years, now a blooming nation of technology and a hub of some of the greatest artists and entertainers of the world. The Aurora Isles, a cluster of islands home to lawless rhetoric and the birthplace of piracy. And last but certainly not least, Gloria, the world's center point of law, order, military power, and religious strength. Most believe the gods to have blessed this land, as there have been many reported sightings of said gods walking among its people. And Gloria is where we're going to begin our story today. The year in-game is 199 PI, post-invasion. The invasion was a calamity event in which mind flayers attacked the world and tried to take over. The invading force was high in numbers and threatened to wipe out all civilization, turning the planet into a thrall planet. The 7 nations of Aegis banded together to fight back against the Mind Flayer threat, ending in a victory, but at the cost of the goddess of magic, Mystra, who sacrificed herself to defeat the leading Elder Brain. But that was 199 years ago. Now is a very different time. We begin, as I said, in Gloria, just outside the small farming town of Ambercrest. Like I said, small farming village, home to maybe a population of 20. So we're talking very, very small scale. It is made up of a small tavern building, and a small abbey, a farm building, and a few other small housing settlements dotted around a kind of few acre space. Arriving in this town first, we see 2 figures. Veldren, would you like to describe yourself? What do people see?
Oh, fuck. Veldren is a rather tall drow person, standing at about 6'4" or so, with absolutely no muscle to him. He is very lithe and lanky and looks like he could be blown over by a stiff breeze almost. His cheeks seem almost sunken in ever so slightly. Uh, the ever-present, slightly dark circles around his eyes. Um, his eyes that radiate almost this bright blue color. His skin is a soft purple with the pointed ears. His hair is currently tied back to keep it out of his face mostly, even if a couple strands kind of fall over his face. Red mixed with smatterings of white kind of going through it. He doesn't seem old, probably 23, 24 years old. And currently he would be clothed in rather simple clothing right now. He would have his leather armor on over the top just because he's been traveling, but it is covered by a bright green cloak, simple trousers, and a darker green sash kind of tied around his waist as well.
Okay, wonderful. And Veldren, you see kind of on the horizon as you are walking along this dirt road, you taking a diversion from the main road as to remain unseen, as you are currently not too far, maybe perhaps a day's travel from the capital city of Gloria, known as Cornucopia. Leaving there in a hurry with not many of your own things, but mostly the clothes on your back and a few resources to get you by, you decided it would be best to divert, like I said, divert from the main road and try and either camp out in the woods or find somewhere perhaps like this. You see this small village upon you. It's been, like I said, it's been about a day, so you've had to kind of camp out for a night, but it is now sort of it's early morning, I would say, and the sun is kind of fully up for the day. And yeah, you are maybe sort of a 5-minute walk away as you kind of examine this small village. And walking alongside you, we see a second, smaller figure. Sybil, would you like to describe yourself?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Sybil is she's a very petite, small build, around like 5'4". She's about as close to like a half elf in appearance as one can be, but her ears go out a little farther and down. And she's got these very vibrant purple eyes, tan skin with freckles on her face, and long reddish brown wavy hair that she currently wears in like a very quick part up, part down just to keep her hair out of her face. She also has a plain black dress that's long sleeved and a hooded cowl that she wears around it, and two prominent triangular scarring injuries on her forehead, although they're not quite scarred yet. And her arms, when the sleeves roll up a little when she moves, show that there are bandages on them, as well as she's in very plain clothes, but something a little more extravagant looking on her are on each wrist she has a silver bracelet with a small crystal on it. And I think that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Sybil, you see the same thing. You see this small, sleepy village. Maybe not something you're used to with your past and spending a lot of time where you've lived previously. But the two of you see this small, sleepy town, sleepy village, more like. It's not even a town. It is literally a smattering of buildings. And what would you do as you see this? You've spent, like I said, you spent the night kind of camping out, and it's now sort of early morning. or mid-morning even, and yeah, you see this village. What would be your first thoughts as you see this?
Probably a good place to resupply, like just kind of going in my eternal like thoughts that he would start almost like speaking aloud as if like not even expecting an answer back, just more to fill the silence. Like we should be able to resupply here, quite easily, pick up a few things we might need, and get back on the road before too long. Might be good to sleep in an actual bed for one night, instead of caravans or the the dirt ground or anything like that.
Yes, I should see if someone would be willing to lend us a bedroll or something.
Well, it is small. I don't know if they'd have a general store. We should be able to find something. Maybe if we do a favor too. I don't think we have to worry about anyone finding us or anything here. It's very much off the beaten path. I would be very surprised if anyone of importance was here.
Yeah. Yes, let's try maybe the tavern. At least we can secure a room, maybe.
Tavern would be the best. Also, just provide us some information on the area as well. Tavern keepers tend to know so many rumors.
I don't have any money, so I'm
I can spot you. I've got a few coins on me.
Veldren, how much money do you have?
Not a lot.
Because I know Sybil has none.
I've got my inventory says 50.
50?
That didn't change anything. I didn't
Was
give
that not
myself
was
gold.
that not the gold, the thing you had to spend in your session 0?
But I start with gold, don't I?
Do you start with
Like I know
I don't know if you'd start with 50. I feel like you normally
I
start
think
with
I'm
10.
supposed to start with like 10.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna put that down to 10.
I would say, okay,
so
so
I
I
probably
think
have, like,
you
10
probably
gold.
had 50, but you had to spend 40 of it to acquire something from your session 0, which
yeah,
has now been used.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, all good. Don't you worry. Hey, it's all good. Listen, sometimes the character sheet says things, and sometimes it doesn't. So yeah.
I've got about 10 gold pieces on me. Should be enough to get a few supplies, pay for a room, maybe a bedroll.
I will pay you back as soon as I get any type of gold.
We'll be all right, Sybil. I think you'll honor it.
Okay.
We'll
So
keep walking.
yeah, you make your way into this this town, this village, and yeah, you see a few different people milling around. Just kind of seem to be locals. You see mostly a smattering of humans. You do see a couple of halflings as well. You do see strangely, you see perhaps something that I don't think either of you would have seen before. Perhaps Sybil might have, but you see a being that looks like a bird, similar to an Aarakocra, which you would know of even if you had not met some. Though they seem slightly different. They kind of have a long kind of black beak and kind of very kind of wild looking eyes, and kind of seem to just be making noises rather than speaking. Those of you who would know this creature would recognize it as a kenku. So yeah, you see just like a few kind of smatterings of people around. But you said you were heading towards the tavern building, or what looks like a tavern building.
Yes. Yep. Head to the tavern. If anybody makes eye contact or like looks over, I'll give them a small wave, like hello, hi, and I keep walking.
They seem relatively friendly.
Sybil's looking down and her cowl is up, like as small as possible.
Yeah, you look over to the kind of the group of people, and kind of just say hello, and one of them kind of just like looks over and just gives you a wave and just well, welcome to Ambercrest. The Kenku turns around, looks you in the eye, waves it on, and says, "Welcome," in your voice. Just repeating your words back to you.
That is. You are fascinating.
You are fascinating.
And I think Veldren stops walking.
Yeah. Just repeats the same thing back to you. Kind of like places like a hand over its like chest. Kind of goes, "You are fascinating." Again, repeating your word back to you.
I'm Veldren.
I'm Sparkle.
Lovely to meet you, Sparkle.
Lovely to meet you, Veldren.
We're new in town. Is there anywhere we should visit that we should keep an eye out for to see the sights?
Kind of just makes a noise and kind of points over towards the building you were heading towards before, the tavern-looking building.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I hope to see you around, Sparkle.
Kind of just kind of nods and just kind of seems to go back to the kind of conversation they were having with this other individual, this human man. But yeah, you head over to this building and you kind of step inside. The door is kind of closed, but it's not locked or anything, and it does look like it's kind of open to... It doesn't look like it's a private building that you should not enter without asking, if that makes sense. It does look a little bit more inviting. And you do kind of see a couple of people kind of coming and going as you're kind of walking up. You step inside and you see a few different individuals. Let's see. Why don't you roll me a perception check? Get the first roll in, shall we? You can both do that. See who you pick up on first.
Perception.
Yes.
Okay.
First rolls, everybody. First rolls.
Okay. For a perception, that'll be an 18.
6.
Okay.
Probably because I'm
Sybil-
looking down.
Yeah, Sybil, you see... Actually, we'll get to what you see in a minute.
Okay.
But Veldren, you look around and you take in a lot of the room. You see a few different figures. You see it's a very nice kind of open space with a few tables. You see a kind of bar area at the back. You see standing behind said bar a halfling woman with kind of long, shaggy, braided blonde hair, wears a kind of what you would expect of a kind of a tavern maid kind of outfit, kind of a mixture of browns and greens and a little bit of golds thrown in as well, with little kind of gold rings in her hair. You see, with your 18 as well, you'd see a couple other figures. You see... I'm trying to get descriptions. Hold on. Just a moment. Where are you? I knew exactly what I was looking. There you are. You see a couple of figures that stand out to you a little bit as maybe seeming a little bit out of place. You see what looks to be a young human man, perhaps. You can only really see his face, as he kind of, similar to Sybil, is kind of just covered in like a long like robe and kind of like hood kind of over his face, but kind of as he kind of turns to speak to their friend kind of standing next to them, you kind of see kind of tuft of kind of blonde hair, kind of small kind of scar across their face, but seems, like a perfectly happy young man. Kind of seems to be kind of shyly chatting to their friend next to them, who stands out to you a lot more because this is definitely someone you would not have seen before. You would have heard of the residents of Draconum, but you probably hadn't met many. You see a maybe 7 foot tall dragonborn, jade-colored skin, wearing kind of jade-color armor as well, a kind of spear across their back, and they're kind of talking with this young man who kind of seems a little, almost like from the conversation, you don't really hear the words, but you kind of see like they're kind of like the young man kind of like has like a hand on their forehead, kind of like seems to be kind of perhaps embarrassed about something, and they're chatting with the woman at the bar. They're kind of having this conversation. Sybil, with your 6, you are like, I'm not looking at these people. I don't want them to look at me. Hood up. You are just kind of walking, and you kind of aren't really looking where you're going as you just walk straight into a table. And you kind of just like, and you look up just a little bit, and sitting at this table, Aridia, why don't you describe yourself?
So sitting before you, you see an elven woman. Even sitting, you can tell she's probably very tall, well over 6 feet. Very pale pink, long hair down past her waist. The top part is kind of braided and pulled back. She has these kind of really like bright green eyes that might also kind of stand out as being not maybe a necessarily like natural shade of green. She's dressed in not fancy but very well kept, well made, brown and green. She's like a traveling cloak, leather pants, a nice set of boots. You can see she has a breastplate on underneath her coat. 2 swords are kind of resting up against the side of the bench that I'm like sitting on. And yeah. One thing you probably would notice, her right ear looks like it has been shorn off somehow. So just the left ear is the standard like elven point.
Aridia, in this moment, can you make me a dexterity check to see if you can save your drink as the table has been knocked? See how fast your reflexes is as the table jostles and you see your drink going and you kind of reach out to try and save it.
It's a 9.
A 9. Unfortunately, you were deep in thought as you were...
Can I make
like
a
a
roll to
map
catch it?
over the table that I was looking at.
Veldren, you are currently taking in the sights and have kind of lost track of Sybil and probably would only realize what's happening as you hear the very obvious sound of a table knocking and a drink spilling as you kind of look over and you see Sybil just like trying not to be seen and now the center of attention as this young woman with kind of pink hair kind of seems to go for their drink but just misses it as it kind of slips over their hand and rolls onto the floor. It's a tankard, so it just kind of clangs, which also makes a noise and draws the attention of everyone else.
No, my super cool mysterious character just did something stupid.
It's gonna be a great campaign, guys. It's gonna be a great campaign.
Great. Fabulous.
But yeah, you do see the other kind of 3 as they were kind of idly chatting about something. All seem to turn and look at the newcomers as the 3 of you are now center of attention as this drink spills onto the floor.
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Let me.
No, it is completely. It is fine. It is just an accident. That is unfortunate.
Our
but it is
mistake.
fine.
Our mistake. What were you drinking?
Just an ale. Nothing fancy.
I'll be right back. And I'll go order an ale from
that
the
is
barkeep.
Are you alright?
She'll look at Sybil.
Yes, I am. Are you? I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to. Oh, your map, it's ruined. Oh my god. Okay.
Just like pat it off.
It is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, already you kind of look down at this map. It is kind of, there is now your map that you were kind of examining, trying to potentially find another place to move to, as you did just receive the unfortunate news that there are no rooms here currently, at least not in this this tavern. You were told that you might potentially be able to speak to the head of the abbey, the pastor kind of working there. They might have a room potentially available for you, or you could have potentially spoken to the kind of head of the farm, the father and children that work there. But you know that they are currently dealing with a situation, so are not currently available. Yeah, you were kind of just trapped in your thoughts, trying to think what your next best move would be. Or you're always trying to keep moving. Perhaps this is a sign to keep going, even though this seems like a nice, comfortable place to stay, rather than being out on the road like you have been for the past few days. It seems like it's telling you to keep going. But yeah, the kind of woman kind of working behind the the bar, the halfling kind of looks over and goes, don't worry, I can get you another one. Don't worry. Just be careful where you're walking, young one. Looking at you, Sybil.
Please let me pay for it.
Oh well, I mean, if you're offering, I won't say no.
Of course.
We don't get guests through here very often. Most seem to stay to the main road. What brings you to Ambercrest?
We're just passing through, traveling, stopping by, getting some supplies, possibly staying the night, and then heading on farther in.
I see, yes. Well, unfortunately, we don't particularly have... we're a small village. We don't really have the facilities for supplies, unless you're looking for something potentially from the blacksmith, something. But, I mean, if you're looking for a general store of such, I'm afraid we don't have one of those. And as I just told this lovely woman here, kind of gesturing to Aridia, unfortunately, these two, kind of turns to the other two, just swiped the only room I have, unfortunately. But you might be able to speak to the wonderful pastor that works up at the abbey. They may have a room or so available for you. Or potentially, you know what? Yeah, maybe not the farm right now. They're dealing with a situation. The young man kind of just goes,
What kind of situation?
Well, and she kind of like makes a face. Make me a persuasion check.
7.
7. She goes, don't worry, nothing for you to worry about. Just some out of control crops. It's fine. It gets to this time of year, the harvest gets a little bit out of control, especially with some outside influence. Her eyes kind of flit to the young man who's just trying not to look.
You missing Harlan yet?
Listen here. Yes.
But yeah.
Of course. Thank you for all of your information, and I'll pass over whatever coinage the drink will cost.
She hasn't told you how much it costs. How much do you pass?
How much does the drink cost?
Oh, only a couple of copper pieces.
I'll slide over 3 copper.
3 copper? Yeah, she'll happily take that, and she comes. Oh, thank you very much, young man. And what was your name? Sorry, I don't believe I caught it.
Veldren.
Veldren, very lovely to meet you. My name is Hazel. It's lovely to meet you. If
Beautiful
you do end
name.
up staying here, I hope to see more of you around. You're a very handsome young man, you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, there's a little more meat on your bones, though. You're a very thin young man. You should,
A bit harder for that to happen than you might think. I must be getting back to my friends, though. Thank you.
Of course.
And I'll I'll take the ale, bring it back over to Aridia.
Yeah. Yeah. And as all of that is happening, we will pan outside for a moment as approaching from the other end of town, we see... How many figures do we see? I suppose for the audience we would see 3.
3.
Yeah. We see 3 figures. I guess we'll start with the wonderful Astra. Astra, what does everyone see as you make your way over to this small little village?
Astra is about 5'5". She's got like a nice. It's daytime. So she's got a nice white dress on that looks like it has kind of like silvery constellations all over it. Very pretty, very very fancy. Like this is like a ball gown almost. Like she's it's like a more casual one, but still like, and she's got a little cloak over top. If you look at it, it's definitely like a finer material. Like stitching and everything on it, amazing. She's a little more tan and she's got silver hair. And like this one piece that's like always in her face for some reason. Gray eyes that if you look too closely into, almost look like they have stars in them. Her freckles are white and are like star dust almost, and they sparkle. And she's got horns and really pointy, almost elf-like ears. Am I missing anything? Oh, right. On her collarbone, she's got the phases of the moon.
Very cool.
Am I missing anything important? I think that's
So. I think
that's Astra.
Yeah, I think that's
She would
Astra.
probably she'd probably be taking her crown off and holding it would probably turn to
fidgeting with it a bit.
her friend beside her
Mm-hmm.
and ask them. I shouldn't wear this, should I?
I mean, that's perfectly up to you, Sha. It's no
You
matter
think
if
it
you
draws
wear.
too much attention?
I mean, even if it draws attention, I'm not gonna let them touch it.
Bishop, why don't you describe yourself?
Yes. Standing next to Astra, about a good 5'10". Kind of very like gaunt and skinny. This long, dark brown hair and a braid that goes around. Dressed in like fine black and gray leathers. Still very scrawny looking. He's very reptilian, green eyes, and a mask that covers the bottom half of the face. These like very bright neon tear marks coming from the eyes. These 2 earrings that look like they're made with red and purple dragon scale. A long draped black cloak that looks a little tattered, and a sword to his side, and very, very tired looking. He's been through a lot.
Yeah. Looks like he's been sleeping for a while. But,
Yeah.
Or hasn't slept in a while, perhaps.
Yeah.
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 And then standing next to Bishop, Astra doesn't see this. But standing next to Bishop, we'd see kind of walking alongside them a kind of gray-skinned woman with black and gold armor, a staff in one hand, kind of curled in the same sort of metal as her armor, kind of topped with a almost like spear point, but then a kind of red gem set into it as well. A helm with kind of draconic horns on it. And she kind of just walks silently alongside you and has only said a few things to you on your travels, but you, Bishop, you are very aware that no one else can see her. It is only you. Mm-hmm. But she kind of, as you kind of approach the town, you kind of hear her speak. She kind of just kind of says, "I can sense something here, something nearby. We're close to the catalyst. It's here somewhere. We should find it quickly. If it's in someone else's possession, do what is necessary. Understood?"
Understood, my lady.
Do you think this just like attracts attention or something? Like, I feel like I get more eyes on me, like
I mean,
when I'm
you
wearing
always...
it.
I mean, to be fair, who can take their eyes off you, Chef?
She kind of like blushes a little. Not. And then she like puts it in her bag because she doesn't want the added attention of her crown.
You're so easy to fluster.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, Chef. Alright. Let's get you somewhere you can get some sleep.
You guys kind of make your way into the village. You see a few figures around. Again, a mixture of kind of humans and halflings and such. And you do also see this very tavern-like building, and you kind of step on inside. If you would also like to make me perception checks to see what you see.
Let's use my star dice. This is got
Absolutely.
blue writing. It's got some pink, purple, blue, white stars on the inside. Let's roll it. Nat 20!
Oh!
I'm gonna use my new bishop dice.
Incredible. First
Nat
natural 20.
For 26.
Incredible, Astra. Good job.
Added 2 tracker Huns.
We're on it.
Bishop, what did you
That
get?
is a natural 20.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna need both of you to leave.
I'm gonna need you to use a different dice, Tom. I swear to God.
Sure.
That's insane. That is insane.
It's the demon.
It's the demon.
For context, chat, Tom got an amazing new dice for this character, and it rolled like 6 nat 20s last night. Just insane. 4 of them were like in a row. It's
In a row.
crazy.
In a row.
But sure. For a total of
22.
22. Okay, so we have a 22 and a 26, both natural 20s. Insane, guys. Damn. All right. Well, yeah, you definitely see as you kind of step in. Astra, you see all of these people. You see this drow man kind of chatting at the bar with this halfling woman, a jade-colored dragonborn. You've never seen anything like that before. That's new. You've heard of dragonborn, and but you've never seen one of this. You've never seen one of this variety before. You've never seen one of the gem dragonborns. You see this other kind of young man kind of sitting next to him in these kind of like gray robes, kind of just like head in hands, just like oh. And with your 26. You see a couple extra things. Looking at this man, you see as he's kind of like head in hands, you see on his arm some sort of tattoo, maybe? It's strange. It looks almost like a symbol of some kind. Almost like perhaps runic in nature. You've done research before into these sorts of things. In your upbringing, you've seen things like that. You think that perhaps it's connected to perhaps some sort of natural magic of some kind. But you just see it kind of just like as the sleeve kind of pushes up a little bit as he's holding his forehead. But you only see it for just a moment as your eyes kind of flit over to one of the dark corners of the room where you see another figure kind of sitting quietly, kind of away from the rest of the group. You almost don't see her at first, but then you kind of pick her out, kind of sat kind of in a dark corner. It's kind of found the kind of darkest spot in the room. You see another drow. You see a drow woman, tall, black boots, a black kind of thigh-slit dress, a kind of mage hat kind of placed upon her head. She kind of, as you step in, you kind of meet her eyes as she kind of lifts the hat a little to kind of drink you all in. You see these piercing cyan blue eyes that almost seem to glow across the room as she kind of picks you out. She's kind of reading through some sort of book and kind of her fingers kind of waggling back and forth. You see sort of almost some sort of energy kind of passing between her fingers. She kind of just looks at you curiously, cocks her head, gives you a smile. It's a little bit unsettling, but yeah. And she kind of has this like long kind of flowing white hair that kind of spills over her shoulders. And yeah, she just seems to just see you. Bishop, with your natural 20, 22, you also see this man kind of at the bar, and you do also see this kind of runic tattoo. You don't quite know what it means. But what catches your attention immediately? You look across the room and you see the unmistakable pink hair. It's been a long time. But you recognize Aridia.
That can't be her. That can't be her. That can't be her.
It actually just hears just saying over and over again, nah.
Who? What? What's happening?
Don't worry about it, shit. It's just thought I recognized somebody, but it couldn't be. I'm gonna go make friends.
Oh, okay.
You got my back, right?
Yes.
Good. You'll stay here. And if things get too far into trouble, just say the order and we leave.
Okay.
You won't be okay.
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah?
Are you lying to me?
I'm capable.
Okay.
You've
me a
seen
persuasion
me in
check.
fight.
Yeah, can I get
I don't think that's even deception. That's just persuasion.
19.
19?
But that's not going to beat Tom's natural 20, is it?
I don't think Thomas doesn't have to roll. Tom, you or Bishop
Oh.
even. I would say you. I guess it would
did
be
roll for insight, but
Oh,
it
you
was
did
a
roll insight.
16.
16. Yeah, you. It seems pretty convincing. Like, I mean, you've seen. That's the thing. You've seen like over the kind of couple of weeks now. You and Astra have been together. Almost from your first meeting, you've seen that Astra's pretty capable of looking after themselves if they need to, despite their kind of very kind of petite and kind of frail appearance, they can definitely hold their own if need be.
Yeah.
I mean, you.
I was just making sure that she will be okay on her own by herself, being who Astra is.
Well,
They seem pretty convincing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't be out of sight. I'm gonna just casually
Just casually
make my way.
Where are you going, Bishop?
I'm gonna just start meandering my way, looking around, and just I'm gonna sit at the table next to these 3 fine people.
I'm going to the hot lady in the corner.
Okay. Okay, sure.
I love you, Jasper.
You know what?
I
think we'll start with that then. You know, I think we'll start with Astra. Astra, you see this woman, and she's kind of just like looking. She just gives you a polite smile and seems to go back to her book. But you just walk straight on over to her in an attempt to make friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk over, and she kind of seems to acknowledge you as she comes close. Kind of closes her book and kind of sits up and kind of like leans over the table, kind of like this, kind of with her hands kind of together. You see many different rings across her fingers. She kind of just looks at you and goes, "Aren't you an interesting one?"
Sure. What you reading? I don't. Sorry. Maybe this was bad. I don't make friends.
Oh. I'm simply reading, it's my spell book, you see. More just practicing incantations and practicing, well, you know how it is. You seem like someone that might know magic yourself. Quite interesting, yes. The star patterns I see in your eyes are quite unique. Where do you come from, my dear?
I'm from the gate.
Interesting. I hear it's very lovely for religious folk this time of year. Not quite my forte. I prefer I prefer my spells. Only passing through. Gloria has their rules, of course. So, you know, we're only doing a little bit of magic here and there.
I forgot about those.
You're from the gate and you forgot about Gloria's rules. It's a good joke. I assume you're licensed with your magic, no?
Yeah, I have a magic license.
Make me a deception check.
What dice do I want to use? Let's use this blue one.
The corruption has gone well.
Be a 1.
7.
7.
She has one. It's just not on her.
Yeah. 7. With that, she kind of just like gives you this wide smile, and you kind of, she does not hide the fact that she has seen straight through you. She kind of leans a little closer and goes, "Well, one magic user to another. I think we know that these licenses are to keep us down with the peasant folk, really. And I mean, some of them can't tell an illusion from the real thing." Kind of summons a piece of paper. You see what looks like you assume to be a magic license, but it just appears in her hand as she seems to kind of wave her other hand, and you can tell she kind of like moves it a little bit. You kind of squint a little bit and you can see through it is an illusion. She kind of has it. Goes,
Ooh.
"But of course, you can keep that between us. You have your secrets, I have mine. See, we're friends now."
Absolutely.
And friends have secrets.
Oh my gosh, Bishop's gonna be happy I made a friend.
You did it!
Do you say that? Do you say, or is that
Do
more?
you say that?
He goes, "Bishop, is that your lovely looking friend you came with?"
Yeah, he's just yeah.
How curious. Kind of like seems to just look at Bishop across the room, who's kind of made his way over to the bar. Now he is an interesting one. Where did you meet him? If you don't mind me asking.
Um,
You've been friends for a long time?
just recently, just a couple weeks traveling.
I see, I see. Where have you been travelling from? The gate's not too far from here. Suppose you haven't met in between, perhaps? Or had any other greater adventures?
I got distracted by somebody leaving and joining. What was that?
You're good. She's asking where you met Bishop, pretty much.
Mhm.
Oh. I met him in Ashenvale. Shrugs.
Oh, that makes sense. My home turf. It's where I hail from. My wonderful home. It's a little dark and dreary for some, but, well, dark and dreary versus having the freedom to do as you like.
It's I don't know. Maybe it's just how dreary it is. I feel a little disconnected from the stars when I'm there.
You have an innate connection with the stars, my dear?
I'm a druid.
Ah, one with nature. I see. Very interesting. Well, very lovely. And well, you don't have to say nice things about Ashenvale. Trust me, I know it's not for everyone. It is very shrouded. So it's certainly a place where I feel most at home, and at least like I have prying eyes on me when I don't want them. So with that, we will move to Bishop. Bishop, as you kind of make your way over to the group kind of gathered at the bar, you see the drow. You see this kind of tall, lanky drow. You see the kind of human man in robes, and you see the dragonborn, and then the.
I wasn't going to that group.
It
I
wasn't
was
going
going
to that
to. Nope. I was going to the other three beautiful people that are at a table.
Oh, right, yes. You okay. All right, cool. All right, never mind. You're going straight over there. All right, yep.
I'm going to plop at the table right next to them.
Right next to who? Who are you sitting next to?
Oh, no, not at the table
Not
with
our
them.
table.
At the table next to them.
Okay, so you sit at a cross table.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you?
I'm trying to get a good look at this pink-haired individual.
Yeah. What's for the three of you? What's your passive perceptions?
13.
11.
13.
Okay. Yeah, the two 13s, you clock this individual kind of sitting down next to you.
Give a small wave.
Just another individual. You see this man with a kind of a mask over his face, this kind of like dark clothing, kind of brown hair, kind of braided, these very green eyes. Aridia, since it's you, why don't you make me a history check?
Mm-hmm. What is my history? A +0. 14.
14.
Yes.
You look over and you see those eyes, and there's something strangely familiar about this figure, which immediately makes you feel a little bit alert, because familiar for you is bad, because that means
Yeah.
someone you've come into contact with before previously, so maybe not so great. So you do immediately kind of feel an edge of kind of air, but you don't have to do anything about it if you don't want to. You just acutely aware that perhaps this is someone you've met before.
I adjust a bit. One hand probably goes from being on the table to kind of underneath, and I'll just set it on like a hilt of my dagger. Just nonchalantly just adjusting my position.
Yeah.
Just keep looking over.
Yep. Yeah, looks over to
do
all
you
three.
two?
Look at all three of them.
Oh, do you two know each other?
I do not think so.
It's to say, I don't believe so.
Deception
Just an odd
check.
Familiarity.
Bishop, I'm gonna need a deception check.
Probably got that high deception.
I do. I really do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna use a thing too.
You can use
that
a
I'll
thing.
tell you.
I do
Mhm.
believe I do believe everyone has inspiration as well. I believe inspiration was given out.
Everyone does have inspiration. Everyone does.
But let me check my features to see if I can even use this thing.
What features?
Yep. I'll message it to you.
Okay. You're using a feature? Okay, what feature are you using? Let's see. I don't know what that means. What
Feels
feature do
rude.
you have?
What's happening?
Oh, okay.
Everything.
What does that give you?
Everything.
D6.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Are you using inspiration as well?
No,
No? Okay, okay.
I don't think I'll need it.
Cool. What'd you get?
Well, I rolled a 19.
Oh my god.
Yup. Plus 70.
Plus 11, so 30.
Yep, there it is.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. This person has never met any of you
Doesn't know.
before. And Aridia with the 30? You're even starting to question yourself. Oh, maybe I'm just tired. Maybe
Yeah.
I was one too many
also
days sleeping in the woods.
It's not possible. In her head, it's not even a possibility. So it's just a weird.
Well, I mean, you didn't even like. That's not even like that hasn't even crossed your mind. With what's happened so far, that hasn't even crossed your mind. This is just an individual you've potentially met before, and when they oh no, we've never met before, you're kind of like, okay, maybe I've been sleeping out in the woods way too much. I need to actually maybe get a solid 8 hours of sleep. God, the 5 hours of sleep is starting to catch up to me. But yeah, you believe you've never met this individual before.
Listen, you don't need to attack me personally.
Okay, I'm attacking myself as well. All right.
Oh,
So,
of course. You just it seemed it looks back and forth. My apologies.
Nothing to worry about, dear friend. But where you all come from?
Oh, well, from here. Well, not from here, but I'm from Gloria.
I'm about to say, lovely town you have.
I'm from Gloria myself. Never been here before, but it's very quaint, quite nice. I'm Veldren, by the way. Pleasure.
Veldren, it is a pleasure to meet you, my friend.
I'll reach out a hand. Lanky.
Lanky meet lanky.
Lanky on lanky.
Lanky on lanky action. Hey.
Hey.
Veldren, Bishop, Lanky.
My favorite
Lanky.
descriptor for someone is truly happening, and I'm so happy.
Lanky.
Like,
I will gesture to Sybil and your friend here. Your name, mademoiselle.
fine.
Yeah, just looking at you, Sybil.
Yeah.
No, that's what she says.
I was just wondering your name.
Oh, Sybil.
Sybil. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
You may call me Bishop. It's a true pleasure to meet all of you.
Bishop, of course. Pleasure. Well,
And-
travelers going through, if you're looking for a room, from your previous comments, I assume you're traveling as well. If you're looking for a room, I'm afraid they're full here.
Oh, they're full here.
They're full, yes.
that does complicate things just a little bit.
Aridia.
Oh, one moment, and I'll cast a message over to Astra. Shit, look like they're out of rooms. We're gonna have to find somewhere else.
I see him
Apologies.
cast a
As it
spell,
goes.
right?
But Aridia, with the voice and with the name,
And the name.
And the earrings.
Yeah.
just because of the check before, I would say this just happens normally, but because of the 30 before, I'm going to lower it to a insight check at advantage. The name matches up, the voice matches up. They've said they've never met you before.
Yep. The
But
hair even
everything is
matches
lining
up.
up.
Yeah.
You didn't.
Double that one.
If you
Double that
No.
one.
you did
Double
not.
that one.
You did not. You
Did you
did
roll
not
on
double
that
that
one?
one. I swear to God, you did not.
No.
Oh my god.
Swear to God.
We're
did
never
not.
gonna find out what they know.
Never gonna find out. We're never gonna find out. Truly, I cannot.
Wait,
Did that
can I
actually
use
happen?
my inspiration to roll one more?
You roll a d6 with inspiration.
Our inspiration,
Oh, no,
the
we're
viewer's
doing-
inspiration is a d6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it do it?
Can I give Hans my inspiration since I didn't use it to give
Sure.
her advantage?
Sure.
I'll give you another roll.
So
What do you know? I cast guidance. No, I'm just kidding.
I just
What did
used
you know?
that
I gave the help action.
It's not gonna be a high DC. I'm gonna be so real.
It's higher than that one.
This
though.
really shouldn't even be a roll. I'm so honest. I just didn't want your 30 to go to waste.
Does a 4 do it?
A
Please.
4?
4?
Please
No.
take my d6. Please add that
Roll
my
your
d6.
d6. Roll
This
I'm
is so
taking.
much. This is so much funny.
Roll your d6. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
Okay, fine.
I'm putting the
No, no,
d6
it-
in.
This is perfect.
I'm gonna be so real. The DC is 10.
Oh no. No.
9.
No.
Wait. Oh, wait. Lisa's working.
Listen,
take,
what's
my,
you
take my d6. I think
What's
it's. I think it goes to Han.
This is
I think it goes to Han.
peak D&D right here. Truly.
Oh my god!
They gave
it
you
goes to
another
Hans.
inspiration,
Roll a
take it.
d6.
roll a d6? You cannot fail this unless you, roll a
You cannot
zero.
fail this.
11.
Did you roll a 1? Oh no, a 2. Okay,
rolled
so
a
11.
zero.
So you beat the DC. You beat the DC.
Through the power of God.
The power of literal God and literal someone like, motherfucker, come on, you know who this is. Yeah. You go through this. It's this weird back and forth for you, Aridia. Aridia, you see this individual, and it's the eyes that jumped out to you first. So similar to your own. That sense of familiarity. But then you think, no, it couldn't be. It couldn't be possible. Because it's been a long time. It couldn't be possible, but maybe. But then when they speak and they say that you've never met, that kind of hope dies for a moment. Kind of feel this sad longingness, missing them. It's not a feeling, not something you've thought about in a long time. A feeling you kind of pushed down and kind of moved past because of the importance of your mission now. And then you hear them speak more, and they introduce themselves as Bishop. The name you know all too well, in a voice you know, and remember it like it's yesterday. Undoubtedly. Tim?
And you. I never got your name.
I think you know exactly what my name is, Bishop. How are you here?
Oh, so you do know each. I'm.
Bishop holds up a finger.
It's my bad. I'm so sorry.
I will admit you look familiar. friend, but in no way you can be her. She died years ago.
I could say the exact same for you. No one survived that night except me.
Was What's our daddy name? If you're really her, you know that. Give you a second to look through the notes.
I'm like, immediately.
Yeah, I know my mom's name, my dad's name. Check my notes.
I think that Sybil and I are just
Leaving.
Slowly backing away.
looking at each other and slowly like,
Like,
this is
we're
not a
we're
conversation
encroaching
we
on
should be
something
present
here. I don't know
for.
if we should be here.
Actively in a different booth now, but still listening.
Just one booth over, peeking over the top.
I'm just in the booth right next to Astra, just going.
Dad's name is Ilarian.
That really you?
How did you?
She's just staring.
Mon petit one. How'd you survive?
I ran.
Of course you did.
I left everyone.
You're always the best at hide and seek.
It is true. I do not want to be found. You will not find me. But how did you? They slaughtered everyone.
I was out working. I came back and everything was gone.
So that's why
Hey,
I
you.
could not find you.
You were gone. I learned some things. And I went to Ashenvale. Tried to find some answers.
Why would you go to Ashenvale? That is ridiculous.
Bit of knowledge took me that way. Didn't really work out for me. And looking around, do I see the prying eyes of a Sybil and a Veldren?
Are you guys actively hiding?
I don't think actively hiding. I definitely took a step back from the table to give
Yes.
them space.
In a different booth. I'm very interested in my scarf right now.
Mhm.
Never seen it before. Counting the stitches on it, not paying attention.
Yeah, you see them just doing that. Just very clearly, just like, yep, we're not.
It's like, this isn't a conversation we should be a part of.
No, we're not a part of it, but definitely listening.
It didn't work out very well for me. And he'll like hold a hand out for yours.
I'll take it. There's like hesitancy to it
Yep.
still.
He'll take your hand. It's cold. And they'll like mess with your hand and put 2 fingers on his wrist.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you feel cold, I'd like to use of my divine sense.
Oh
You're
yeah.
gonna use divine sense. Okay, remind me
Immediately.
what this does.
Faithing undead. I think.
Undead is in there.
basically it's using like a detect good and evil until the end of my next turn. I can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet.
Okay. There's one directly 2 feet next to you. Undead.
Just take my hand back.
Yeah.
I didn't make it.
I need some air, and she's just gonna grab her swords and just right out the front door.
Okay. As you kind of go, you kind of step up from the table, you go to walk away, you go to step out the front door and almost collide with another figure kind of rushing in, kind of almost falls against you.
Like catch to a Jason.
Yeah, you see kind of as they kind of almost fall into you, kind of like into your arms, you see a man with a mop of kind of ginger hair tied back in a small ponytail, kind of bushy beard on his face. You see a streak of blood kind of down the side of his face, kind of cuts and wounds and stuff, kind of falls into you. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I need to get him. And kind of, he's like almost like collapsing against you, like he's hurt bad.
Basically, I'm just gonna, for the most part, take all of his weight and almost just pick him up.
Yeah, he will
throw him
happily
on,
like let you just like.
table.
Hazel immediately kind of like jumps up onto the bar. You realize the whole time she's been at like a human like height this whole time, has been standing on a stool as she literally just leaps up onto the bar itself and just kind of yells over, "Abraham, what's wrong? What happened?" And he kind of just goes, the crops, they've started attacking us. We can't push them back anymore. They were just moving at first, but now it's like they're alive. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Are they coming this way?
They're kind of like looks over to you, kind of almost just like kind of still kind of clinging on to Aridia for like dear life. Just like, there, I don't know. It was one large beast of some kind, some sort of plant-like creature just rose up out of the ground and started attacking me and my children. I don't know. They're fine. They've gone back to the house, but I had to. They've taken shelter in the farmhouse, but I don't know if it's coming this way. I don't know. It seems to be in the fields for now, but we might have to evacuate the town. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened. And you see Hazel kind of looks down again at the young man who is like pale white and is like, "Well, you certainly did a number on the crops, didn't you?" He kind of like just looks up for the first time and goes, I promise I didn't mean to. I didn't. I wasn't trying to. I just, sometimes my magic is a little out of control. I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to. I'm sorry.
So this is a magical problem. I might be able to help. I might be able to go see, perhaps, if there's a way to stop this. I'm quite well versed in the knowledge of Arcana.
Like a bit of magic, I can lay you a hand.
Of course, I would love that.
How much room you got in that farmhouse of yours, sir?
I mean, it's maybe a few rooms. Maybe about.
You got a barn?
3. Yes. It's mostly unused.
Me and a couple of my
hay. We're hoping to put the harvest in there, but why do you ask?
Me and a couple of my companions need a place to stay, at least for the night. We take care of this problem for you. You mind shacking us
We
up?
can talk about this later. I'm in a lot of pain.
Wonderful. Right. Astra, we got work.
Astra, you hear that, and you kind of just peek up, and the woman kind of just looks up to you with a smile. He goes, "Looks like you've got places to be." I'm Sel, by the way.
I'm Astra. It was nice meeting you.
Astra.
I don't like her. I hate this.
And you
Jay, I love you.
make your way.
I hate this.
I love you, bestie.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Before we go, could I go really quickly up to the younger man with the gray cloak? You said that you had a cause in this. Do you know how? uncontrollable magic, you said. Or did it come from
Yes,
you? An item?
Well, I kind of looks to the dragonborn, who kind of just like is already like looking at them like mm. He's like, and the dragonborn kind of just like takes a step forward towards you. He's like, the origins of their magic is classified.
Well, I'm not exactly asking about the origins. I was just mostly wanting to know if it was an unintended spell, a side effect, magical
they certainly
object.
wouldn't have done it on purpose, would they?
You'd be surprised. What is? Astra.
So one of the people that stumbled in is hurt. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes.
Kind of clinging onto this pink-haired woman.
Astra will come over and notice the situation and just kind of go, hi, I'm Astra, and then like rest her hand
Abraham.
on his face, and heal him for 3 points.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely.
She's gonna use her healing hands.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The wound on his forehead starts to close. You see a few kind of scratches, like his clothes are still torn, but like there's a kind of a deep gash across his arm that closes. And he kind of just like is able to kind of straighten. Is like, oh, thank you. That was, divine magic.
Are you okay?
I feel better than I was.
What's happening? She's like looking back and forth between him and Bishop.
Come on. Something to do with plants.
Oh, I like plants.
Yeah. Are you coming with Aridia?
There's a fight. Yes, I will be there. Wouldn't be the first time I've fought a giant plant.
Pause.
Here's hoping the last would have been about 200 years. Let's hope your skills have increased since then.
Damn.
Whoa. Wait a second. You know?
Oh.
That's cool.
Yeah. Quick introduction. We gotta be somewhere. Aridia, this is my friend Astra.
Hi.
Pleasure.
Astra, this is my sister, Aridia.
It's lovely to meet you. Hi.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well.
It's very lovely that you all know each other, but the farm is actively being destroyed currently, so if you're willing to help,
Yep.
I'm going to start trying to evacuate people. If you could do
Which way we
something,
going,
just
sir?
Please don't, to the farmhouse over that way. It kind of points. You see a kind of across the way a kind of large sort of farm building, and then you kind of see kind of next to it a large barn, and then kind of next to that a kind of large crop field where you can kind of see vaguely in the distance the crops moving strangely. You can't see quite what's in it, but there is no wind today, and the crops are moving.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a bit weird. Grigri? It was nice meeting you too.
Oh, I'm coming with you.
No. Lovely.
And I'll look to Sybil. You can either stay here, but I should go help. I don't. It does not feel right to sit by while others do something. If you need to wait here, I'll be back for you. Okay?
Okay. I don't have.
But your gifts. You do. I've seen your gifts. At least some of them. You can help if you try.
Okay.
You pick up magic quicker than anyone else I've ever met.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's try.
here to help hide you, and I'll take off the long jacket and kind of wrap it around Sybil as well.
She is
Okay.
just she's swallowed by it.
Mhm.
It is so.
help hide anything.
Thank you. I'll put
And
the cowl again.
I'll jog off with the other three.
Okay.
Same.
Just quickly, Veldren, by the way, to Astra. Just Veldren. As we're
Astra.
jogging.
Sybil.
Okay.
Astra.
Yeah. As you do your introductions and kind of make your way across this this road over to the crop fields, are you just charging straight in, or what's the plan here? As you kind of see,
I'm
kind
gonna
of in
draw
the
my
distance.
sword.
I'm trying to as we get closer, take in any surroundings, any piece of information that might tell me what this thing or these things are, what caused them, and what might be a reasonable solution to stop them.
Okay. Yeah, in that case, I would say if you're trying to kind of see what it is, I'd say make me an investigation check.
Perfect.
I'm a
Investigation.
as we're running. I'm just gonna draw my sword,
Mhm.
which Aridia you recognize.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Dad's.
Oh.
Damn, I will draw both of mine. One you know used to be like my main sword, and one you have never seen before.
Interesting. That's a dirty, slutty 20.
Very good.
You don't roll those.
Yeah.
I know.
From maybe
Who
with this
are
new
you?
character. Maybe hey, listen, this isn't Harlan. Maybe this is a new turning point. Who knows?
Maybe I can hope.
But yeah, you with that, you kind of think on your knowledge. There are not many crop fields inside the walls
Mhm.
of the concrete city of Cornucopia.
Yes.
But like you've read,
But I've
books.
traveled. I've
You've
traveled.
You've traveled, yes, and
You
you've not
travel?
seen. You've heard of plants getting out of control, but coming alive and attacking people.
Mhm.
That's rare. That's definitely magical influence. That does not happen naturally. That is definitely
Mhm.
some sort of influence. You've kind of in your sort of research into certain things, you've kind of seen kind of similar effects, and yeah, perhaps this is some sort of this is be trying to think here. I think it would be aberration magic, sort of creating this whatever it is.
Gotcha.
Seems to, from what the young man was telling you, seemed quite genuine. Seems to be some sort of accident, mistake, magic out of control. Didn't mean to do it, but whatever has happened here has affected these crops, and it is now alive.
Do I think the effect will persist, or if we beat them up, will they go away?
With I mean, you aren't sure, but hey, if these plants are infected, burn them at the roots. Who knows? If you can destroy the source of it, then perhaps it will stop spreading.
Aim for the roots. That might be the best way to cut off the infection.
Understood.
I
sound
would
easy
like,
enough.
as we get closer, I would like to stealth.
Okay,
As
you're
like
gonna
we
try
get
to
closer,
attack
I would like.
stealthily. Is
Yeah,
anyone else?
I would like to-
stealthing? Or is it just Veldren?
I'll try. I'm following Veldren's lead, so
Mhm.
Yeah, stealthy might be the better choice.
Astra is following Bishop's lead.
So we just gotta where'd everybody go?
I think I would whisper. I'm going to get a better vantage point. Be quiet. I'll be quieter. Strike from the shadows.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone who is
I'm gonna-
stealthing, roll me stealth checks.
18.
15.
15.
Actually, you know what I'm good at.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, Yeah.
Rogue
Astra's
doing
not.
rogue things.
Rogue's doing rogue things.
Damn.
Let's go.
Astra, you don't need to stay by my side. I'll be okay.
Oh, so I should. With them?
I didn't say that. Just
Well,
I'm gonna be in the danger. Shall.
I know. I'll hang back. You go up close. I stay back. We just like with undead.
You would like me undead.
Yeah.
All right. Be safe. I'm gonna start heading further into the crops.
And you're not stealthing?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
Nope.
Astra,
stealth is for.
Astra, were you stealthing? I can't remember. Did you stealth?
No.
No. Okay.
Stealth
What's Astra doing then? Are
nerds.
you following Bishop? Are you moving? Like, are you stepping a few steps back, or what's the plan for you?
She's kind of hanging back, kind of like preparing herself to switch form if needed.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you see Bishop kind of pull their blade and kind of walk through the crop field, kind of disappearing. You can still see him, but like vaguely in the distance. The three of you roll your stealth checks, and you slowly make your way up. Bishop kind of stomping ahead, not stealthing at all, and kind of makes his way forward. And Bishop, you kind of come to the edge of, maybe after a minute or so, come to the edge of almost like a clearing as you kind of step through. And you think it's the edge of the field, and then you realize it's definitely not as you look down and you see the crushed wheat below you, like something large has been here. And you look around and you see what looks like a large plant growth of some kind. It looks like almost like a giant flower of some kind. It's not quite a tree. It's not quite a plant of some kind. You're not quite sure what it is. It's a very strange growth that stands out to you. And the three of you who are stealthing kind of make your way up as well, and you also see this kind of off to the right side, kind of just see it. You see Bishop kind of step out into this clearing, see this shape. And as Bishop, you are not making any attempt to be quiet. Your kind of boots kind of stomp a little bit, and this creature, this being, seems to move as it kind of seems to move towards you, and you see a inhuman-like gaping mouth and tendrils. And you think, oh, well, this is a plant, and that's you know, Veldren said burn it at the roots, it should be fine. And then you see its giant feet move away from the ground, stomping towards you. This thing no longer needs the support of the ground. It has no roots.
This thing don't have roots.
And
Beautiful.
I think with that beautiful line of, this thing doesn't have roots, we're going to roll initiative.
Yeah!
First combat, everybody.
First combat of the campaign!
Woo woo.
What am I adding?
Your initiative score.
Well, no
9.
shit.
I rolled a
9.
9.
Rolled a
19.
19. Okay.
Also 19.
Ooh, who has the higher dex?
What's your dexterity?
20.
21.
Okay, you're first.
Okay, let me write down these initiative scores. I'm going to go through and
My
ask
wonderful
everyone
tonight.
individually in order. So,
Yes.
starting with Aridia. 21, you said, yeah?
21.
Okay, Astra.
Oh, 9.
9? Okay, that makes sense. You're hanging back a bit. Veldren.
19.
19, but we'll put you ahead. So we'll say you're 20. And then Sybil.
20.
20. Incredible.
Rolled an 18.
No.
Nice. Oh, so you rolled a 20. Okay, so I'll put you. There we go. Okay,
so
cool.
it would be
Incredible. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so starting out then, top of the round with a 21 initiative, Aridia. You are currently stealthing in the bushes with the others. You heard Veldren's words of, okay, burn it at the roots, whatever. And then you see this thing is less a plant, more a creature now, as it just starts stomping towards your brother at quite a speed as well. It is bearing down pretty quickly. What would you like to do?
Do I have any frame of reference from where I grew up and the time I spent in Phelan? Is this something that I would have seen or have
Make
any
me a
reference
history
for?
check, or history or arcana, as you know that this is magical in nature as to how it was created.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Natural 20.
Oh!
Or just 20. It's a +0.
Holy shit! Natural fucking 20. Yes, actually. You realize as you see the feat, you kind of put everything together, made magical in nature. But at the roots, but it doesn't have roots. It seems to be a creature, but also a plant. Oh, you have this very sinking feeling as it is stomping towards your brother, tendrils out. You know exactly what this thing is, as you definitely would have had an influx of them when the calamity happened in Phelan. As the land started changing and being affected by magical things, you would know this thing to be a shambling mound. Welcome to the campaign, guys.
B.
Somebody clip that. Clip that now.
It's fine, guys. I get a clear look at it and almost just ignoring what Veldren said. That is a shambling mound. And just, Bishop, no! Just really loud as you're the only one out there, and I will dart out from the bushes I'm in.
Okay. Are you gonna go
Bad
attack
dog.
this thing? Is that your plan?
I don't really want to get close to this thing.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
gonna
that's
do?
my whole thing. As I am darting up, bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Favor.
Okay.
And I'm going to concentrate on that, and you'll just
What
kind
does
of
Divine
see...
Favor do?
It's almost like a pale, very pale pink light kind of flows out of my hands and kind of coats my swords, and
Very cool.
whenever I hit, I deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage until I lose concentration for the next minute.
Incredible. Very, very cool. Okay.
And I am gonna dart up and take a swing. Why not?
Do it.
This is
Get
fine.
him.
Maybe 17 to hit.
17 does in fact hit. Absolutely it does. Roll DiMaggio.
Things here. $10 points of damage. 4 of that is radiant.
Okay.
No, wait, I did not add my extra.
Oh, yep, add your extra.
15 points of damage. 4 of that is radiant.
15 points of damage. Okay, cool. Incredible. Yeah, you reach out with this radiant light, and you just slash through this thing, and it does seem to strike true. You're not sure, perhaps, your blades, what effect it will have on this thing, as you you are aware of it, but you've never fought one before. So you slash through it, and the blade strikes true and just seems to do a deep gash cut through it. You cut through this thing, it kind of lets out this very inhuman roar. It sounds like a mix between like a lion's roar and the rustling of leaves as it just lets out this inhuman sound as its tendrils kind of seem to like lash out, not in your direction, but just almost like in pain as it is now very aware of you. But anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Staying right there? Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Incredible. Next up we have Sybil. You're currently stealth in the bushes. Or in the wheat, I guess. You're muted.
Sorry. Sybil's stealthing and is currently following Veldren's lead.
Mm-hmm.
And then she sees this plant monster and is like, oh, good thing we're hidden. And then just this rune on her forehead glows. And under her scarf there are two other like glowing spots. And it's just like the sound of like something charging up, like a do 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 do, and a like blast that throws her back.
Good thing we're hidden.
Goes, yep. Goes and hits near this creature, and it's a shatter, but it's like her magic of its own accord has changed it to a fire, and so it is a fire spell, a fire version of shatter.
A fire shatter. Very cool. Yeah. Very cool.
And it's a con save DC 15.
DC 15 con save. Okay. That is a 14.
Oh, fail.
Fails.
So that's 3d8 fire damage.
You basically did a mini fireball.
Yeah,
that is 8. That is 18 fire damage.
18 fire damage. Yeah, you lob this kind of attack out. You charge this up. You kind of in your mind you think, plants can be burned with fire. I'm gonna make this fire instead, and you change it using your magic. You are able to, your runes glow, and it changes, and you cast this kind of. There is this kind of crack of almost like it sounds like a crackling fire, like a hearth kind of cracking as wood kind of burns, as it just blasts this very quick blast of fiery light that seems to hit this creature. You said it was 15?
18.
18. Okay. And you're feeling quite pleased with yourself, but then you look, and it seems like it's not had as much of an effect as you would hope, as it is resistant
That's fine.
to fire.
I think, to her, none
which
of
is
this
very
was...
strange.
None of this was of her own volition.
Yep.
So she was just all around dazed and confused.
Yeah. Speaking of not of your own volition, can you roll me a d20, please?
Yeah, sure.
What does that
What
mean?
does that mean?
That's a natural 20. So.
Natural 20? Okay. All good.
Feel pretty good.
You feel a little bit woozy from the blast. You're like, but you're good. You're fine.
Wonderful.
Nothing else happens. Cool. Incredible. All right. Wonderful. Anything else with your turn, Sybil?
No. I'll stand back up. I was thrown back. I'll stand back up.
Yep. Yeah, you just dust yourself off, kind of in the crops. Yeah, you're good. Cool. Next up after that, then we do come to Bishop. Bishop, as you kind of see this thing, you see this thing. Oh wait, no. No, Bishop's not next. Veldren?
Oh.
Did
I have the higher dex.
Incorrectly?
Yeah.
Did I track it incorrectly?
You're all good, bestie.
Fuck.
It's all good, bestie.
Fuck.
You're all
It's
good,
all good.
bestie.
You're good. You're doing great.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, I had Bishop going first. Yeah, no, you're good. Yes. So, Veldren. It's Veldren, then Bishop. You're on deck.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll look over to Sybil. I told you that you had more to offer than you thought. And my brain is running 1,000 miles a minute, looking at this thing. This was created by magic, but is taken on aspects that are not of plants. So,
You do notice the
creation.
fire not seeming to do. You said burn out the roots. Burning doesn't seem to work.
Yeah, I'm like
And they're on the
going
roots.
through miscalculated. What could this have been made by? What kind of magic would this have channeled? Just like all through, like going through in my head. Am I still stealthed?
Currently, yes.
Okay.
You are the only one who is still stealthed. Yes.
I would like to do a quick just check around. Is anyone watching us?
You are in a crop field. You don't think anyone can see you. And people have been basically told to evacuate the town. It'd be surprising if someone was... I mean, you can make a perception check if you want, but that's up to you.
Will it take my action?
No.
8!
Oh, wow.
8!
8? You have no idea. You're too focused on what's happening.
Great. I'm going to kind of go around using the wheat to kind of hide my approach till I'm around the back of it, draw my rapier and stab it in the back, right across from the other, from Aridia and Bishop, to attack it from stealth. That is going to be...
You get advantage, right? Because it's...
oh, yes, that's
you're
right.
stealthed? Yep. Which means you get... sneak attack too?
Yes, it does. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does hit, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, you just sneak up and you just...
and I whisper a couple words under my breath. My blade seems to almost vibrate as I cast the cantrip Booming Blade.
Yes!
Nice.
Very cool.
17 points of piercing damage.
17 piercing damage
into it as the vibrations from my blades seem to almost...
Or is that part of it?
So only if it moves. If it moves, it takes a D8, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage and go right back into the wheat behind me.
Okay, yeah, you just very quickly go in there and you stab with this booming blade. It seems to kind of cut something into it. It kind of makes, again, this kind of weird leafy tree bark sound as you stab into its leg, and you just jump back into the wheat, kind of turns around, kind of swinging an arm to try and hit you, but just there is nothing for it to hit as you are too quick as you make your way back, as you disengage. All right, anything else for you?
That is everything from me.
Okay, next up then, Bishop. It is your turn as you stand ready with your blade, all of you being almost the distraction for this thing as your friends are able to jump in. It is now your turn.
That's me. That's me. It's my turn.
Yes.
I am... Am I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna. With my bonus action, you get Aridia and Veldren. You would hear
oh, are you doing the thing?
I'm doing the thing.
Okay, in that case, as you're standing there, you kind of as you're ready, you feel the presence of someone standing next to you again that no one else sees. She just kind of leans over and kind of whispers in your ear, "Use the gifts that I have given you. Destroy this thing." As you feel her influence take over as you do the thing.
Yep, and it's this anyone looking sees this black ichor kind of grow out from under the armor and crawl up his neck, overtaking the mouth as these jaws jut out and form this maw. It grows down one arm that's not holding the sword, and it ends in these green tipped talons. The cape unfurls, and two more of these claws or daggers both jut out of the corners. The sword is overtaken, and just this gnarled blade of an arm Sister. Duck. I'm just gonna hold out 3 of those fingers, and I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, and just to confirm, you're doing your form of dread, correct?
My form of dread, yes.
Absolutely. What other effects does your form of dread have? Because I believe it does stuff.
And my form of dread. Oh yeah, I get temporary hit point.
Mhm.
Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I know. Excuse you. I need to get my dice.
The
No,
meow was very adorable.
Where's the...
The audacity
Right.
my brother has.
Oh yes, and y'all can have that art in the chat now. 9 plus the thing.
I think your level.
Bop, bop, bop. 9 plus. No, that's that thing. So I apologize. So 9. So 11 temporary hit points. And if you hit a creature, you can force it to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 15. On a fail, it is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Incredible. Doesn't it also make you immune to fear as well?
Yes.
That's very good to know. Okay. Incredible. Awesome. All right. And then you are, you said you were striking it with your action with, you said Eldritch Blast?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast. Natural 20.
Oh, fuck. You're insane. You're crazy. Holy shit. Okay. So, now I get to talk about how I do crits. Hey, whatever dice you would do for this. Tom?
27.
Tom, you're not listening to me.
Yes.
You're not listening to me.
I'm
I do
listening.
crits.
I'm sorry.
How I do crits is you take all the dice that you would for the roll, maximize it, and then roll again.
Oh, I know this rule. I love this rule.
Yep. That does work against you
Scary
too, by the way.
quits. Scary quits.
Scary quits. Very fun.
10
Scary quits.
They skill me.
21 points of force damage.
21 points of force damage. All right. Incredible. Okay.
Yes.
Very, very
And I'm
good.
gonna need a wisdom saving throw from this plant.
This plant.
This
Wisdom saving throw.
fucking plant.
Um,
And for anyone that's seen Bleach, it
not
looks
wise.
like that.
It's not wise.
Yeah?
4.
Oogity boogity, bitch.
It's afraid of you now. It cannot actively move
Fair.
towards you. That's really good considering it goes next. So it cannot actively move towards you.
You're fine.
And so long as you are within line of sight, it cannot make. It has to get out of your line of sight to make the save, right?
No. As long as I am within line of sight, it can't willingly move towards me, and any attacks against me have disadvantage.
But it can't. But at the end of its turn, it can make another wisdom saving throw to try and get past the fear, right?
Nope. It is afraid of me until the end of my next turn.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a continued thing. All right, cool, incredible. All right.
Undead Warlock, baby.
Okay, yeah.
Baby.
Incredible. Yes, it is now afraid of you. Is that everything for your turn, Bishop?
That is... Yeah. And I'm daring it to hit me.
It won't.
You gotta get closer.
Okay.
No,
It's
I'm right next to it.
Now. So, finally come to its turn. Currently, next to it is Aridia, and I believe everyone else is about 20 feet away in the bushes.
I'm sorry. I forgot my movement. I would have moved towards it.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, I'm next to my sister.
Okay, cool. It's afraid of you, so I was gonna attack Aridia instead. Actually, no, since you're both... Actually, you know what? You're both next to it. It has multiple attacks. It'll attack you both once. That's what it's gonna do. Okay.
Does it move?
It does not move. because they've moved up to it, so it doesn't
Damn.
need to move.
Damn.
Cool. Okay, so it is going to make 2 slam attacks, one against Aridia and one against Bishop. Okay. Okay, so so to hit Aridia, that's a 25. And to hit and to hit Bishop, that's a 26.
Yep, that'll definitely hit.
So those both, I rolled really high. I rolled an 18 and a 19, and it's a plus
Do you roll
7.
disadvantage on Bishop though? Because you're afraid of them.
Yeah.
That's still a 21.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it hits.
Yep.
I appreciate it.
So that is 2 slam attacks. One against each of you. Okay, let me grab my d8s.
Excuse me, ma'am. I need access to my dice. You can't just keep sitting there.
I don't think you do.
Okay. Aridia, you take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
That's fine.
As is
that's why it's a third of your health.
Not quite a third. We're good.
And then for Bishop, that's probably that is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, does that temporary hit points?
Oh, you do have temp.
Yep.
God.
As it hits me,
Mhm.
and actually as it hits Aridia and then hits me,
Mhm.
Bishop's just gonna grab whatever hit it and just said, "You don't touch her." And I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke, bitch.
Okay.
So I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. That is it's a 9.
No, it's a DC of a 15, so it will take 8 points of fire damage.
8 half to 4 because it is resistant.
Weird for a plant.
Yup.
B, what did you
Like a
make?
regular plant.
That's a shambling mound, my guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're in the death
told
house.
you.
I announced it in character.
I might have been going to the bathroom. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're all good. But yeah, that is its turn. Yeah.
Astra, save us.
I will say, it is as much as it did move. Bishop, you moving up and it doing 1 attack against each of you. It's very good because there's something else it could have done if it hit the same creature twice. So it's very good.
The siblings looking out for each other
Yep.
unknowingly.
Yep.
Okay,
Good job.
Astra,
Astra, it is your turn.
seeing them both get hit,
Mhm.
realizing, oh fuck, the blackened tips of her fingertips is gonna slowly start expanding up her arm until it engulfs her entire body, and her eyes kind of roll back and they flash like a bright gold glowing, and gold light seems to crack and like flow outside of her body, and she's taking her starry form.
Incredible.
And I'll put these in the Discord. I've had them queued up for a little bit. And she glows. And she's
She
taking
is
on her.
glowing.
She's glowing. She's taking on her starry form, and it's the archer. So upon activation, she's going to make a ranged spell attack, dealing 1d8 plus 4. So I'll roll for that.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
17 hits. Yes, absolutely. Good job.
So for that, that's 12 damage. 'Cause it was
12, and you said that was
I rolled
radiant?
an 8. Radiant, yeah.
Radiant damage. 12. Incredible. Very good. Very, very good. Awesome.
But that was as a bonus action.
Incredible. Yeah.
So as her action, she's going to guiding bolt this bitch.
Do it. Get him.
Where are you guiding bolting it?
What?
Your next line should be up the butt.
Oh.
Oh my god. Tom.
But that's the free. That's
Does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit, yes.
That's
Okay.
the thing.
That's a lot of dice. So just 15 radiant damage.
An additional 15 radiant damage. Incredible. Very,
Yes.
very good. Nice. Okay. Cool. Awesome.
And that's Astra.
Yeah, Astra, you take on this starry form as you have done many times before. You reach out one hand and let this radiant.
You said it
energy-
once before, excuse
once
you.
before.
Once.
I thought. Never mind. I correct myself. You've done it once before. Yes. But you let out this radiant light, with one hand, and it strikes the creature and seems to do quite a bit of damage to it. And so you reach out with another, and you do this guiding bolt, and it blasts it again. This thing does seem to be falling apart somewhat, as your attacks from this round does seem to have done a significant amount of damage to it. I will tell you out of character that this thing is bloodied. Good job, guys. But if there isn't anything else for Astra, we then go back to the top
that's it.
of the round with Aridia.
And advantage from guiding bolt, yes?
Yes, absolutely. You what's your plan? What you doing here?
Oh, I'm swinging.
You're
So
swinging.
hard.
Get him.
Isn't that show 20?
Oh, incredible!
I would like to divine smite.
That I will say, and this is why I love this rule, especially for paladins. Even though you're adding that afterwards, that counts. So maximize those dice and roll again.
Cracked.
This rule is so fun to play with, so awful to play against.
Correct.
So it's max and then roll.
So yes, so it would be your max. So match what your sword would do, and then max what you would have done with your divine smite, and then roll all of that again.
Okay, this one.
Which is it's so fun for paladins because you can later levels when you have more levels of
It's
of
ridiculous.
smite, you can just go, oh, I natural 20, cool, level 3 thing, divine smite. If I can maximize those dice, it's great. It's so cool.
Okay. I'm surprised.
Little witch laugh.
Sorry, I'm actually writing out my math as I'm doing that.
Mhm.
That's 5.
Welcome to Aridia Does Math.
Hi.
Do you need help with math?
Nope, I got it. 15. Double check my add to my sword. Yep, it's a +5. 15 bludgeoning and 23 radiant.
For so that's a total of 30.
15 and 23 is 38.
38.
damage. And this is considered a magical weapon, if that makes a difference, by the way.
Incredible. Yeah, you absolutely decimate this thing. You see this bolt hit, and you've taken this hit, and you're kind of like, oh, this is kind of weathering the storm as it kind of strikes you pretty hard. But then you see it strike your brother, and whilst feelings might be
range.
complicated right now, that's your
there's
brother, and
Rage,
no
and I
one.
just channel it. Yeah.
You feel this energy from your divine connection go into your sword. You feel almost like another hand there with you as you strike true, cutting through this thing, drawing a deep, deep gash. One of the legs itself seems to sever as you take it off. and it seems to kind of stumble to the ground, letting out another one of these roars, still standing just as you deal a significant blow to this thing.
I, with my offhand, we'll take a second swing.
Go for it.
Since I can do a wield. 16 to hit.
16 just hits. Yep.
Okay. Solid. 6 slashing and 3 radiant.
6 slashing and
For
3
a total
radiant.
of 9. Yep.
For a total of 9. Okay. Well, Hans, it is your first time here on the channel. And it is my honor to ask you, for the very first time in this campaign, how do you want to do this?
Yeah! Let's go! That's my sister!
It's, I guess, the two that are closest will see this, like, pulse of that, like, radiant divine energy into my sword that almost, like, crackles violently around it with the first swing. And it is a swing down and then a swing back up with the offhand sword, kind of making an X across, and it just digs extremely deep, and there's, like, that lingering radiant energy as it crackles through this being.
Yeah. This thing is absolutely decimated. It falls to the ground. It seems to immediately kind of fall apart into just mush and dirt and bits of leaves and such as it is entirely destroyed, leaving nothing behind but a few crushed crops and a few slightly sore people. But yes, you have defeated the shambling mound, and we are now out of combat. Good job, guys.
Astra drops her starry form immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Sybil has the cowl up. She can't figure out why the rune on her forehead isn't going away.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's just, like, looking down, just like...
Is the shambling mound, like, disappearing, or is it like is it, like, rapidly decomposing, or is it still around?
It's relatively decomposing, yeah.
Okay.
What were you hoping to do? Were you hoping to do something with it?
Can I just check? Is there anything on it that might give me a clue of how it was made? Of, like, not exactly how it was made, but if it might come back, if this is a lingering effect, or if a one-off.
Make me an investigation check then. Or an arcana.
Not Arcana?
Arcana. Investigation or Arcana, yeah. Because this is magical in nature, yeah.
Well, that's a 26 for
26.
Arcana.
Amazing. Yeah, you investigate this creature and kind of the surrounding area. You kind of survey the crops a little bit and survey the creature. All magic that this thing seemed to possess seems to have dissipated, gone away. Doesn't really seem to be returning. You kind of wait a few minutes. There doesn't seem to be any sign of magic from it. You kind of do a few little tests on it, but yeah, just seems to be decomposing and just doesn't seem to be a threat anymore. And you don't feel any kind of... You don't see any other similar effects taking place in any of the crops around. You're kind of just like... You kind of look through this circle of kind of like crushed wheat, and you don't kind of see anything else. Maybe you kind of take a few steps into the wheat and kind of look around. You don't find anything else that seems to show signs of this. It seems to have just been this one creature.
And does the ambient magic around it seem chaotic, or more controlled? Like was this made by accident? Was this really made by accident, or did someone... As far as
you can tell, yeah, it seems to have been a rapid... The way this thing was made, you've never seen these things before, but you've kind of read about them a little bit. This does seem to have been magical in nature as to how it was made, and it does. I mean, it's hard to tell whether it was intentional or not, but it was a rapidly growing creature. This wasn't something that was done purposefully, sort of over time, if that makes sense. Like this was spontaneous in nature.
Got it.
So
Just
could very much be. It was not. This could have been done without it being a pre-planned thing, shall we say?
Got it. Perfect. That's all I need. And then I'll go over to Sybil to check on her.
Sybil's got her hand over her forehead, but as her magic is being very, very chaotic right now. And because this is, I believe, the most intense thing that's happened to her in a couple weeks. So it's very uncontrolled, chaotic. Like, if she could have sparks coming out of her, she would. Like, and it's just, the magic seems like it's doing its own thing. And as she's, like, sitting on the ground, like, just trying to stay small and unnoticeable, but like covering the rune on her forehead, her eyes turn into what looks almost like the night sky, but they're purple and blues and whites, like not quite a night sky that anyone's seen here before, and like pupilless eyes like that. And detect magic is going to be cast.
Okay.
Well, Bishop has been looking over Aridia for a bit, just like that, like when an animal is looking over something and curious about
still
something.
In your form?
Oh yeah, it lasts a minute.
Okay.
You have grown stronger, sister.
I can't. And just no. And she's gonna start walking back towards where the others were.
Ready as you kind of step away and kind of walking, you also hear a divine voice in your mind.
Yeah.
A kind of older man's voice kind of seems to almost like lean down to you. It says, I know he is your blood, but you must be wary. There are influences there that feel familiar to me. You must be cautious.
In my head, just back to it.
Do I need to keep it hidden from him as well?
Just a sigh.
I'm trying to think what he would say. He definitely takes a long moment to think. I fear the worst has become of him. At someone else's influence. That is a very difficult question to answer. For now, I would keep it from him.
As you wish.
Be wary, Aridia.
You motherfucker. Oh no, not you. That's directed at B.
Wait, what was directed at me? Sorry? What?
I said, you motherfucker.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, totally fine. Totally fine.
Where are you going, Bishop? Oh, actually, where are you going, Aridia? You're going over to the others?
Yeah, I think if Sybil's just like having a moment, I probably want to go check on them.
Yeah, I'm slowly getting closer at this point of like, hey, it's okay. Or, hey, Sybil, are you okay?
Do I see anything with detect magic up?
What are you looking for?
I don't think Sybil's looking for anything. I think it's just something that's happening. And it's 30 feet around
30 feet?
around her. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, within 30 feet of yourself.
Yeah, magic. You see the kind of the creature's like body does not seem to irradiate any magic anymore. It is just plant growth now. Seems to be dead plant. Whatever was powering this thing, magical in nature. You kind of feel an aura of there was magic here once, but it's not there anymore. You don't think this thing's coming back. Other than that, yeah, you definitely feel a deep necrotic magic of some kind coming from Bishop. And then radiant coming from Aridia. And then off kind of to the side, somewhere in the wheat, you can't see them, but you see kind of in your mind a kind of glowing gold, kind of golden blue light that also seems to be some sort of radiant magic, but slightly different.
Did you just see me?
Like, moving through the wheat a little bit.
Just see a little guy.
You see a little guy?
It's gotta be one in the group.
Just got him.
I'm just a little guy. I'm just a dude, guys.
Just a lanky guy.
And then Veldren, just a guy. There is no magic coming from this thing.
Just a guy. Literally
I'm
just
a dude.
a guy.
There's no foreshadowing here. Like,
It's just a guy.
There's no foreshadowing.
I think you'd look up at Veldren probably last because like all the other flares of magic are probably attention catching. Like slowly holding out a hand. It's a lot, I know.
She'll like reach out and take Veldren's hand, but her eyes are still that way. They are for 10 minutes. So she's not super focused on anything right now because she feels off.
Yeah. I'll probably pull her at least into a sitting position. A little overwhelming?
Yes.
Just breathe. Here. And I'll pick a couple of like the wheat plants from nearby. Count the little edges, stalks that come off. Gives you something to focus on.
Okay. Wow, you sure know a lot more about this than I do.
I studied for a while. I'm less practical, more theoretical.
DM, do I have to roll a d20 again, or am I good?
Yeah, you would actually. Yeah, D20.
Okay. 2.
2? 2?
2.
Fuck.
Okay.
Excuse me?
That.
Uh-oh.
Wait, hang on.
Kill me right now.
No, you'd be fine.
I was gonna...
Just.
Oh.
Currently, that is the DC. So you're good.
Okay.
Meets a pizza.
I will let you know I did successfully cast a spell in session 0. Or 0.5. I don't know if that carries over.
We weren't doing it then.
I did roll something then. Okay. I rolled that 3. All right.
Let it happen. Let it happen, B.
Let it happen.
happen.
I don't know what would happen.
Right now.
It's okay. So are you saying you want to have rolled For the previous one as well? For the one in your session zero?
Well, I did roll a d20 in session 0.5. I do remember that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, and in fact, so you wouldn't meet it. Yeah, cool. You are desperately trying to suppress your magic. You're like, no, go away, go, stop. As the rune is just glowing and glowing. And then Veldren, you would see the two little crystals on the kind of wristbands that she's wearing around her wrists flash for a moment, and the rune seems to go away as Sybil kind of slumps. Sybil, you take a level of exhaustion.
Oh. All right.
Do I recognize this type of effect from the wristbands?
You've never seen anything like this before.
Never seen, even with someone I know's research into certain things.
Roll me an Arcana check. It's gonna be very.
If I don't, I don't.
Very high DC, but
17.
17.
I'm gonna add a D6. 23.
23.
Roll the 6.
You have like grasps of it. Like
Okay.
you're like, this is like put it this way, the magic was there and it was very radiant and very not going away, and then there was a flash from the wristbands, and now the magic is like gone, like dispelled almost, but at the cost of Sybil now seeming very tired.
Interesting. Hey, it's okay. And I'll kind of like keep Sybil in a sitting position, almost trying to like support her, seeing her a little bit more tired. And I'll look to the rest of everyone. That was quite impressive, all of you. I also take it none of you are from here much.
Before
I can't hear you, Hans. Can't hear you, Hans.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I thought you. I saw your lips moving.
leg
I thought I saw your lips moving.
before while this whole thing is happening with Sybil and Veldren, sorry, I have a leg cramp and it is just
No,
killing
you're
me.
You're good.
Oh, bestie.
We can go back to if you need a minute.
Time. Take your time.
No.
Okay.
Astra would go to who got hurt? It was Bishop, but Bishop was in his form as Dread, and it was Aridia.
Yes.
It took the hit
Would-
like a champ.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I would be like, "Are you okay? Do you need healing? I can help."
No, I'm
What?
no.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd offer because you did get hit. Okay. She'll just awkwardly walk away.
It's at about this point, as the conversation's happening, that black necrotic ooze starts to like sloth off and like drip off.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was just as same as before. There was Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
You were hurt, sister. You should take the healing when you can get it.
I'm fine, I promise. I can take care of myself.
You are a terrible liar. Astra, if you would not mind, and if you would be so kind, would you mind giving a bit of healing to this little ball of stubbornness?
I'm taller than you.
I know.
I'm
know.
not little anymore. Thank you very much.
I know. Bishop still calls you that.
Astra is gonna just like look at Aridia's body language to see if she actually wants healing or not.
She's just it's a weird mix of just I don't know what is going on and then now just being offended. I will place my own hand over where it hit, and you'll see just kind of divine light kind of filter out through it, and I'll give myself some
Oh.
of my lay on hands pull.
Like I said, I can take care of myself.
Aridia, what does
But
your
I do
magic look like?
appreciate-
Me?
Yeah.
This one, my healing magic is almost a very pale green.
Okay.
And it's very soft.
Okay, cool. Carry on.
Well, look like we both have new tricks up our sleeves.
I do not know that I would call that a trick.
And she'll just like look dead at you. Just
I mean, it's a pretty good trick. It would keep me alive. I will say that.
I don't know that alive is a word that I would use to describe you, Bishop.
Well, I'll tell you this, it's better than laying in the dirt.
That's how I met them.
That is how I met.
And when
Astra.
exactly did you... You were... Okay, that is a conversation that we need to have.
I was planning to have that once the others fell asleep, because there's more you need to know. Yeah. Are Sybil and Veldren still like a ways away?
Yeah, they're kind of by themselves.
I'm still not the same elf I used to be. You know, I need you to promise me this first.
okay.
Wait, you're not a human?
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna fly to wherever you are, and I'm gonna fight you.
How long have you known?
Jasper, I'm not going to cook you food.
I know what you are.
It's messed up.
Right.
Damn.
I need you to not freak out about this. You know, we have beasts of draconic magic in our bloodline. Yeah, I didn't know either, but apparently we do. I was gonna just grab the mask and pull it down, and what you would expect to see a face, is not a normal face. As where the mouth is, it is just rows of teeth and fang surrounded by green scale. Think if Melina from Mortal Kombat was a Dragonborn.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, you see this, and it is terrifying to look at.
The price for being alive. It'll pull the mask back up.
I do not know what deal you made, but that is a price like that.
This is how I look like when I came out of the dirt.
And how long ago was that?
Astra's like awkwardly scooting away at this point, just like, okay.
No, you stay.
No, actually, how long you been? What?
Two weeks?
2.5 weeks? Yeah.
I
I've
gave
been-
them the mask.
Yeah. And I'm very grateful for it. I've been out in the dirt for about a good 150 years.
Made for some awkward conversation, I will tell you.
It really did. Apparently there's a magic license. What that about?
Yes, it's
And I'll pull mine out because I follow the rules like all of you.
Well, listen here, Miss Goody Two Shoes. Not everybody can be all high and mighty.
So that's what that looks like. My mother's always held mine.
Well, you got one of these too. Am I the only asshole in this group that do not have a magic license?
If,
Where's she?
I don't have mine with me.
that we can
Anyway.
sort out. I don't know how to sort out whatever. This is not.
I know it's a lot. I'm not expecting you to handle it the best right away. But I'm sure you will have questions.
More than a few?
And I will happily answer all I can. I'm just glad you're alive. I did miss you.
I missed you too.
And whenever you're ready. And I will begin walking towards this barn. Wherever it is.
Okay.
Well, Veldren was saying something as
yes,
well.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say yes. Let's go back to that. Sorry, guys, we did move
Yeah.
away from that for just a moment.
You're all good, besties. Things had to
Come
happen.
back to what you guys were saying.
I take it that some of you are not from around here.
Not from here per se, but I'm from the gate.
Oh, thank goodness. At least you have your magic license. Something like that could get a bit messy
Well-
around here. Not that I really care, but
Well, I don't have it on me and I don't know what level I haven't actually seen it. I know I have one though.
Veldren, this is Veldren's like, oh,
My mother
noted.
is my mother is very much like a helicopter parent in a way.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
very-
sorry. I fully know what you're talking about.
She has
the worst
all
thing.
of my any identification that I might need, my magic license. She's got it all because I wouldn't need to hold on to that stuff.
Oh, and I thought my mother was bad. Okay. Not
Ooh,
bad,
nice.
not bad as in
Oh.
parenting. Bad as in helicopter.
Hey,
Moving on.
You have no idea.
Would look to Bishop. I take it you're not quite from here either. You could get in.
You were very
Some
quiet.
big-
I didn't hear what you said.
I take it you're not from here either.
No.
Listen, I do not care if you use magic. It is no skin off of my hide. However, you might get into some trouble if the wrong people, namely guards, catch that. Especially with how flashy your magic seems to be.
I mean, the magic, not the flashy one. That's just me.
I think you'll find that Gloria tends to be odd in that regard still.
I've heard they have the magic license.
Yeah, I'll hold out my own license.
So am I in fact the
Um,
only asshole in this group that do not have a magic license? And a point to Sybil. You got one, Chef?
What?
Do you have a magic license?
I'll wrap the coat around Sybil tighter. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not any kind of police. I just for my own curiosity and making conversation. You got a magic license? Great. So I am in fact the only asshole in this group.
Deception check. Deception check, motherfucker.
Can I give the help action? Can I give the help action to
little
Sybil? Because
nod
I know
fucking set me.
Sybil doesn't. But can I just like nod? Of course she does.
Sure.
Advantage.
The little nod you gave Abigail was so cute. Oh my god.
Adorable.
Oh, I
So
want to
cute.
insight check you.
I'll do it.
22 deception.
I just believe them. I'm not even gonna roll for it. I just yes.
Look, she's
Yeah,
too
yeah,
tired
why
to
would-
lie.
The little
I
nod
would
was like,
try.
oh,
17, so no.
And Bishop?
yeah, I just believe her.
Okay. Yeah. Sybil has a magic license.
Yeah, listen, I'm in no offense by it. Truly, I didn't.
It's okay.
And it's
Just
just gonna
cause some
turn
trouble.
back to Aridia. So I am, in fact, the only motherfucker in this group without a magic license.
I can't go home to get mine, so
I mean, but at least you have
don't
one.
have your. Well, they won't
They might,
care.
they might be able to reissue a new one for you
I mean, but why do we even need them? We didn't need them back
Will-
in.
because it's their rules.
will my mother find out?
No.
I
It'd be
don't
fine.
know why she would ask.
Would Astra's mother find out? Jim?
You don't know.
I'm
You don't
all
fucking
Uncle
know,
Bran.
motherfucker. That's meta knowledge.
I don't know if they have to like go
Meta-knowledge.
through Guardian. I don't know if they have to go through
Astra has no
Guardians or
idea.
anything. I'm asking like the normal like reissuance of like
magic
a
licenses
license.
are licensed to adults.
Okay. I was just checking.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
making sure.
You're good. Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
They shouldn't. They should not alert your mother, unless she is somewhat of a higher up. In the cities, should be fine.
Well,
I look at the ball gown and
I am
go,
also just looking at what you are wearing post
Hey,
right now.
understood.
You do kind of stand out this year.
Are you part of the nobility? No, never mind. That is invasive questioning. My bad. Ignore that.
Do you need to borrow some clothing that is not so ostentatious?
I tried.
no, you haven't.
I told you when we got out of the boat. That's probably gonna be a little too flashy.
I just
About
meant
this
maybe.
argument as soon as we were off the boat about whether I wear my crown or not. You told me I should wear it.
Yeah,
Your
the crown,
crown.
fine.
A crown.
Are you nobility?
It's more of a tiara.
Or
I'm not. Per
Not
se.
nobility.
are you anyone in a position of power? You see, Veldren has suddenly gotten a little more shifty. Like,
Power, I have none.
I mean, you are very powerful there, Monkey.
Does your mother? If you said your mother's name, if you said your mother's name, would I recognize it?
Yeah. Astra, Share, you don't have to answer all their questions. Why are you so curious about royalties and nobilities? You got a problem with them?
Most of the time they tend to have a problem with me.
That's hot.
Hmm.
Sorry,
So
I thought I was
Sybil
muted.
under their breath. Bracket.
I like to think that's
Do I need
canonical.
to
That
have-
Sybil's so out of it from the level of exhaustion that just slips out. Just, it's hot.
Under their breath.
not
None of them
happen.
actually heard it.
That does not happen in game.
They
Have you
didn't
done
have-
something that I should have an issue with you?
I do not think so.
Oh.
All I'm doing
Insight
is
check.
Okay.
I'm also gonna insight this one.
Deception.
I
Deception.
actually be right back.
Okay.
14.
It's a 10.
14.
I rolled a 10.
14. Velvet seems to be telling the truth. All I'm doing is looking for healing magic. A bit more
Healing magic.
advanced healing magic.
Advanced in what sense?
Sickness. Everything I've tried has not exactly worked. I'll kind of gesture to and he'll show his arms and not wearing the coat. You see how thin he is. His musculature is unnaturally thin. Bit of a illness brought on by magical means.
He's such a dick. And have you tried a greater restoration?
Try turning it off and on again.
Truly, I would like to. Truly, I would like to know where you think I would have access to that in Gloria. Most magical licenses don't tend to go above the 3rd circle.
It was just a question.
I've put in plenty of research for about the past two
What
years.
do the circles mean?
Circles of magic refer to the innate power of a spell. And so I'll kind of gesture with my hand and cast a dancing lights cantrip above my head, kind of have them circle and weave through the group. For example, the dancing lights tend to be a spell of the zero circle. Easy to cast, quick, easy, does not take any of my magical energy. The circles, like with Sybil, for example, that seemed to be something of the 2nd circle. It refers to the innate power of a spell. The more powerful of a spellcaster you are, the higher level of a circle you could cast. Most people in Gloria have a license of 1st. The more advanced tend to have 3rd level licenses. That tends to be more in the military, and I've only heard of them going up to 5th, truly. Those usually for the commanding officers of many of the military.
B, would I know what circle my mother has?
You have barely seen your own license.
That's true.
Put it this way, you've never seen her act with any restriction as far as you're aware.
Okay.
She's never done insane level stuff, but she's never been oh, I wish I could do this thing. So you don't know really, but she's never really had any restraint with her magic, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I really felt any limitations as far as you know.
Also determines the type of magical items you are allowed to carry as well.
Interesting.
And Veldren kind of looks around and realizes that he took on a lecturing tone again, and is I immediately kind of shrinks in on himself a little bit, I did it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, you
no,
don't gotta apologize.
I asked. I don't know
ramble.
what it's. I don't know what it's like to live with such restrictions.
Yeah.
As this conversation is kind of happening, and at this kind of moment, you do hear the kind of sound of someone else kind of seems to be making their way through the wheat itself, kind of hearing your voices, kind of like calls out, it's like, hello? Is everything
Do we
okay in
recognize
there?
the voice?
You would recognize the voice as the voice of the young man that you'd seen wearing the robes, with the tattoo on his arm.
Yes, we are over
Yeah.
here.
Over here.
And you see him kind of, he like
Do-
passes through, kind of like steps kind of into the kind of space, and kind of sees all of you, very close following behind. You see the Dragonborn kind of like flanking them, kind of watching, keeping an eye, spear in hand. It's like, I couldn't sit idly by anymore. I had to come and check and see what was happening. Is everything okay?
I'll gesture to the probably mostly decayed, shambling mound at this point. Yes.
I caused that. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't. I just.
It was not your fault. Everything I could see and tell from the magical ambience shows that you were not at fault for here.
Accidents
Not
happen, kid.
intentionally.
Well, I mean, I don't really know what's happening with my magic. It's a little strange and a little new. I thought it'd be best to head to Cornucopia and speak with some of the mages there, perhaps find out what's going on with my magic and see if I can find out its origins. It's a little new to me.
Do you know where the magic... Did the magic come from a certain part of your being? Did you feel a certain way whenever it was cast?
Well, it kind of came to me in a dream. And at that point, the Dragon Ball kind of puts a hand on her shoulder and goes, all right, that's enough. Maybe we
Sybil's
should...
awake.
we don't
Sybil's awake
know-
now.
We don't know who these people are. We don't know what they think of your magic. We should just...
Don't go to Cornucopia.
Sorry?
Don't go to Cornucopia.
Oh, why not?
They won't help you there.
But isn't the head mystic there? Wouldn't he know how to help me?
I would love to know more about how this all came about. Would we be able to chat in a private spot for a second? Because I think I know what's going on.
Kind of like looks between you and the Dragonborn. Is like private, so long as I'm there to make sure you're all right. It is my job to look after you, if that's all right with the young lady.
Can I insight check this Dragonborn?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Good. 13. Oh, sorry, I lied. That's 12.
Are you trying to like read their body language, or trying to see if they're lying, or like what's the?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they're I'm trying to vibe check this Dragonborn. Does he really want to help this kid?
Yeah, from year 12, from the way he's speaking
Okay.
and the way he's kind of saying, and why he seems to be kind of being protective, he does very much seem to care about the well-being of this young man. Like, he's been charged with making sure they make it to where they're going safely. Does seem genuine as far as you can tell.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, look, Axel, I know you're supposed to look after me, but I mean, I do have to let some people in. Perhaps I won't have to go as far as Cornucopia. I'm just going off what I thought I needed to know, but I know you've come a long way, but I mean, I've got to start talking to people about it. Can't keep it secret forever. And he just, this guy Axel doesn't look particularly happy about it. It's like, I suppose, and if that is what you wish, I mean, you are paying me after all, so fine. If you want to speak to this young woman, then I will be present if you want me to be, but if not, I will be keeping watch. Okay. Perhaps we should do this not in the middle of a field? I don't know if... I don't want to do anything wrong again and spawn another one of those creatures. Kind of just like shakes. Just like shivers. Sorry, I don't believe I introduced myself to any of you. My name is Ezra. It's lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. It cut out when the name came out.
Ezra.
Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
Sybil.
Oh.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Sybil. Well, if you know more about this magic, then I'd love to hear more about it, and why I shouldn't go see the mystic.
Are you okay if I bring someone with me as well? Because I am a little concerned about being outnumbered.
I guess. I mean, Axel, I trust this girl. If I can speak to her privately, but if you would rather us both have someone else for our own protection, then sure. If you're worried, are you worried you're in danger, my love?
Always. And
oh,
let's speak in private.
Oh, okay. And yeah.
Do you know where we can speak in private? Because I'm new. I don't know anything about this place.
Yes, we can find somewhere private to sit.
Okay.
Perhaps if the maybe up at the Abbey, they might be able to give us a little bit of space to speak privately. I spoke to the pastor there because we were thinking about potential rooms and we're thinking of potentially staying there. It's got a little bit of space if you're looking for it. I'm afraid we might have taken the last room in the inn, but they don't really have guests here very often, so I think maybe we might be able to find a space there.
Yes, yes, we could do that if they have a spare room away from prying ears.
Of course, yes. We shall do that then. Okay. And yeah,
Alright.
you guys can start leaving. Does everyone else leave the field with the others?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think some of us were heading to the barn.
Head to the barn.
Because that's where we're gonna be for the night.
You have not confirmed that yet, but sure, if you want to go scope it out, sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna scope it out.
Okay.
But we can save that.
Sure. Yeah. So Bishop is going to scout out the barn. Sybil and Ezra are going to the Abbey. What does everyone else do?
Probably wave to the others. It was a pleasure fighting with you. If you need any more help, all you have to do is ask. Depending on where you're traveling to, we could always use more traveling companions. We're headed to what was the coastal city again?
Mistral City was where you were headed.
We're headed to Mistral, if any of you wish to join us. Traveling in numbers is always a safer option here in the wilds. And I know Gloria quite well. I can act as something of a guide.
You would all know of Mistral City. Astra and Bishop, you two traveled through there on your way back through when you've just come from there pretty much. And then Sybil, you would have heard of it in passing, and Aridia, you would have been there every now and then with your traveling. Veldren, you would have also been there. So you were all aware of the city.
We should know it quite well. Me and Astra, we just traveled through there.
Good. I would not recommend staying without a license, to say the least. If you look to put down roots here, I don't know if you're looking for anything specific, but I might be able to help.
We're just stopping in for the night. We'll sleep on your offer.
I mean, we might end up in the barn as well. We do also need a place to sleep, and we did help.
Yeah.
So,
of course, I managed to secure a place for all of us. just in case.
Of course.
So hopefully we'll see
Well.
you there.
Yes, and before any of you leave, before any of you leave the town, the village, I wouldn't mind just having a conversation with either of you, and he'll nod to both Astra and Aridia. I just have a few questions. Nothing of a nefarious means, just about your magic.
I insight check that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also want to insight check this.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm just choosing. She's on guard at that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And
It's all right. I rolled a nat 1.
And then for the last
I mean,
time
I'm
of the
not
day-
real. Veldren's not really hiding anything here.
Yeah, 21.
21. I'm not even rolling anything. You can gather between the asking about healing magic and then the subsequent person offering to heal, and then the magical healing energy coming from the other person might be like a line there.
Yeah.
It might be more of like just information about healing.
About healing,
that kind
yeah.
of thing. There are no nefarious. I think you look at Veldren, and I don't think you see like a mean bone in his body. He's very relaxed, very friendly demeanor. Like,
You really are just that big old marshmallow, aren't you? Oh,
my brother often says that. Yes.
and just looking back to Astra and Aridia. I'm not
If you
saying
don't
he's
want to.
harmless, but I don't think he's gonna hurt you.
If you don't wish to, that is fine. It is just a few questions about spells and the like.
Okay.
But I must get following my friend, and he'll turn around and head off to after Sybil.
Okay, so Sybil, Veldren, and Ezra start heading in the direction of the Abbey. Bishop, you are heading to the barn. Astra and Aridia, were you going with either group or doing your own thing? Where would you like to go?
I'll follow Bishop.
Following Bishop, okay. And Aridia, what are you doing? You can do your own thing if you'd like to do something else.
I will reluctantly follow Bishop and Astra.
Okay, yeah.
The moment where she's looking between the two groups,
Yeah.
and like starts to follow the others, and it's like,
Yeah.
no.
You are already kind of, as you kind of are looking between the two groups, unsure if to follow these new people or go with the strangely familiar sight of your brother. You once again hear a guiding voice in your mind.
No.
Says, despite his troubling appearance and his troubling powers, you should stay close to him. He is your blood, and I feel that, at least for now, whatever nefarious goals his patron may have, we may be able to form an alliance for now. Just be very, very careful.
I will.
And you head on off. And as we see our two groups once again split in the field, we cut away from the two groups and we see two kind of figures at the edge of the village talking, kind of conversing in some way, kind of looking over towards kind of seeing the group of you kind of come out of the field, kind of going your separate ways, kind of seem to look over towards the group of Sybil, Ezra, and Veldren.
I swear.
and kind of seem to exchange some words. One of them nods and starts heading out of the village, heading in the direction of Cornucopia. And that's where we're going to end today's session, everyone.
Beef? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I'll kill him.
Hey, everyone.
I'll kill him. Kill him by association.
kill him
I
so
will
bad.
Incredible. Well, thank you, everyone, for coming out to session 1 of Tales of Agius. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a particularly long session just because I wanted to get some certain parts. There was a lot of RP that we wanted to get to as well. You did your first combat, guys. Woo! Yeah, it was great. It was a good time.
I love combat.
Hell yeah. You guys did great. Incredible. Well, yeah, thank you everyone who came out. Thank you for all the raiders that came in. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everyone who gave out inspiration tonight and donated points. You guys are incredible. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. Let's go around the table and let everyone tell themselves a little bit about them and where you can find them outside of this game. And yeah, we will go in the order on the stream. So we will start with the wonderful Jay.
Hey, hi, hello. My name is Jay. You can also call me Dumbass, like most of my friends do here.
I call you that all the time.
Yeah, they're so mean to me. They bully me all the time. Yeah,
Either that or my husband, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You can follow me at my handle SEQUO, also known as Sequo on most platforms, other than Twitter, which is Voice of Jaca, JACA. You can find me here most weeks. If you liked this wonderful chaotic little thing and you want to get more of D&D from a couple of us, you can go to the YouTube channel Dice and Autism to binge watch either our new Rollis episodes, or if you want more of a mini campaign, check out Hero U, which is DM'd by yours truly. And that's me. I'm just a guy.
Just a little guy amongst all
just a
these
guy.
magic
Just a little
people.
guy.
Speaking of someone who's also just a little guy, Abigail, why don't you tell everyone where you can find you?
Well, as previously stated, I'm just a little guy, so I am just kind of around under Abigail the Nerd. Everyone keeps calling me a nerd, and I've been trying to beat the allegations for a while.
It's not helping that it's in your name.
No.
I don't know who gave me that name. That's not mine. I have a hacker. But
it was the Fae.
Yep.
It wasn't.
I knew it.
It was in fact
That's
the Fae.
always the Fae. I love them though. But you can find me under Abigail the Nerd for all the things, all the stuff, all the places. And right now, I'm only here. I'm doing pre-recorded stuff, and I don't think any of it's releasing until end of year or 2025. So, yeah, have fun with that.
Wonderful. Next up, we will go to the wonderful Hans.
Hello, hi, I'm Hans. You can find me on all socials at HansKate. Right now, you can find me alternating Wednesdays here playing Aridia, as well as over on the New Age Geeks, where I play Ashira on Queer and Present Danger. Next Tuesday, you can catch me GMing the final session for Call of Cthulhu. We did a kind of a Halloween special over on New Age Geeks. And then on Halloween night as well, you can find me over with Logomancy doing a special Candela Obscura game for Roll for Wishes. And then we hit our fundraising amount, so at some point in November, we'll have a part 2 of our Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Our group will be coming back over on Logomancy, and we'll be doing a part 2. So at some point in November, you can find me there again.
Incredible. Next we will go to Tom.
Hello, everyone. I'm that one warlock. I make the saddest characters you've ever seen on the internet. You can find me all over the internet on all social medias at that one warlock. If you like seeing this crazy lovable little guy, he's just a little guy, nothing
Just
weird
a little
or
guy,
spooky
human
about him
even.
whatsoever, human even, and just a totally normal human. You can find me all throughout multiple different actual plays. This is it for this week, but next week you can find me on Tuesday on Gamer Girls Twitch channel playing Professor Backer Jostrums, the half dragonborn Circle of the Moon druid who wild shapes exclusively into dinosaurs. And then every other Wednesday you can find me here, and then some every other Wednesdays you might see me running a one shot or two. Who knows? Who knows what'll come up on this channel? And then in a couple of weeks, in November, on World Tree Quest, you can find me in Fathoms Below, the first ever, as far as I'm aware, completely underwater campaign. So those of you with thalassophobia, this is probably not the campaign for you. But if it is the campaign for you, you can see me playing everyone's favorite underwater twink, Ariel the Sea Witch, who just had his voice taken away by something weird. So living up to his name, and is about to get into some kind of fight in the middle of Cephalophore, which is the octopus people's home city. Things are gonna get crazy. But yeah, that's me. I love you.
And then last but certainly not least, we have the wonderful Jet.
Hi.
Tell everyone where they can find you.
Hi, I'm Jet or Cause Pingu. Currently you can find me exclusively here on Tales of Agius every other Wednesday. And that's pretty much it. You can find me TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all the socials as Cause Pingu. If you're into like fandom stuff, there is my fandom account called Fandoming Again. Shameless plug on the nerd stuff. Don't mind me.
What are you talking about on there?
911.
911.
Yeah.
911.
Just a little bit.
Incredible.
But also I'm gonna put it out here now because I'd only be able to plug it once before the event itself. On November 16th and 17th? Is that the correct weekend? I think so.
I believe so, yes.
There is Rolling for Charity, which is a 24-hour charity, which is split up into 12 hours on the Saturday and 12 hours on the Sunday, when they're raising money for Doctors Without Borders. I will be on a segment on Sunday, I think. Yes. Playing my favorite ttrpg system. You'll see when the promos are out and everything. I'm just putting it out there. Be there or be square. 'Cause it's hyped, and all of your favorite people are there. Well, a lot of your favorite people are there. Not all of them. I'm sorry.
Incredible.
Yeah, that's me.
Wonderful.
B, plug yourself.
Yes, I'm gonna do that. Hi everyone, I'm B. I have been your GM for the night. Thank you all for coming out to this. I really appreciate it. This is my first time ever GMing on stream. I look forward to having more fun adventures and shenanigans with this wonderful party of wonderful, lovely beings. It's gonna be an exciting time. Yeah, got some fun stuff planned. It's gonna be really exciting, and I can't wait. You can find me at Bendis D&D on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also find me if you go and check out on Spotify and other podcasting platforms. Era 313 is a really fun sci-fi podcast show that is now fully finished. All 8 episodes are out. Thank you to everyone who's shown support. We've had over 2,000 listens, which is insane. Thank you so much. You guys are incredible. We really appreciate it. Please go check it out. We worked really hard on it. Maybe season 2 will happen if you guys love it enough. Who knows? But there may be some fun projects coming down the line for that. So yeah, go check that out. If you're in the UK, it's 6 a.m. Why are you awake? God damn, why are you awake? It's 6 a.m. But if you're watching this on demand, hey, guess what? I'm going to be at MCM London Comic Con / Eurogamer this weekend. So if you're there, I'm gonna be cosplaying. I'm gonna be hanging out. It's gonna be a good time. Come say hi. Please come and tell me if you enjoyed the show or if you hated it. Please tell me, and I'll cry. But yeah, come meet me and do some fun things. It'll be great. I can't wait. And I'll be here every other Wednesday, GMing Tales of Agius. Oh fuck, I forgot Thursdays. I will not be there tomorrow, but please go check it out because I will be traveling tomorrow for that. But please go check out tomorrow Dungeons and Demigods, which will be happening. There'll be a session happening. I won't be there, but every week I'm on there for Thursdays. Please go check that out. I completely forgot because I'm not there this week. But yes, please go check that out as well. So Dungeons and Dragons Percy Jackson campaign. It's very, very fun. It's really, really exciting. It's on the twitch.tv/Madaloon channel. And yeah, it's a fun time. But I think that's everything. So thank you all for watching. Tom has a thing.
Before we I got one very last little thing.
Oh.
To the rest of my lovely cast, can we just give a round of applause to B? This was absolutely fantastic and wonderful.
You did it!
So good.
So good. God damn it.
Thank you for putting up with my shenanigans.
my
with all
shenanigans.
Me
your
lore
shenanigans.
dropping so much.
Y'all
love
dropped
you
so
guys.
I have
much
nothing to
lore.
apologize for. I have nothing to apologize for. I'm just a little guy.
Yeah,
You are
don't
just a little
apologize.
guy.
Not apologizing for lore.
No one
dropping.
knows anything.
You're just a little nerd.
Just a little guy
Just a little
with
nerd.
nothing crazy.
No
going
one
on.
knows anything.
But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. We are gonna go raid out to Funkmaster Nacho because Ryan is currently live. Go send some love to Ryan, and we will see you, lovely nerds, right here in 2 weeks' time for session 2 of Tales of Agius. I wonder what will happen. Only time will tell.
That's November 6th, by the way. That's 2 weeks' time.
That's right.
The 6th.
The 6th of November. We will see you then. Bye-bye.